head is that fucking expression. Too many songs is cliched out. Like one thing works, we all go the same route. Mass media feeding us processed food with a trusting smile like my child, God bless you. Now it's a media mass though. We worship.
I can't see your hands, Siraj.
American idols during our services. Either that or it's one big reality show. I ain't complaining, no shit. I kinda had my own. And I had my fans like, damn, hey, you finally had some street cred.
And we are on. Hey, thanks for tuning in to the Urban View. I'm your host, Lisette. I'm here. I have my complete team, starting with Miss P, who we missed out last week.
Yeah,
we missed you.
Hi guys, I'm back. I was actually in Africa on the beach.
Nice.
Like I don't even have a car, and it's a fucking headache. No, Mo has a car.
Hello.
Mo's the one with the vehicle.
1, 2.
But it's a headache. Like I don't even want to own a freaking car. It's so much damn work.
Yeah, it is a
headache.
headache.
Riding it enough. You don't take a train.
I'm never gonna have a car. I'll always have someone driving me around.
You mean Mo? Okay.
No, it won't always be him.
Nice.
Your husband.
She's like Princess Diana.
You can't be with Miss P unless you got a car.
And we got.
That's not true.
That's why I take the train.
We also got Vanessa in the house.
Happy Sunday.
I'm dating someone right now who doesn't have a car. Vanessa does not have a car.
No.
Happy Sunday, Vanessa.
Happy Sunday, everybody. Thank God.
And Ferran's also in the building, doing his network thing.
Yes, thank you, Ferran.
Say hi to everybody. They're here tuning in and watching.
We have an audience, too.
What's going on,
Shout out
everybody? Didn't we meet before?
Right.
Maybe. Yeah, I think we met.
We got studio audience that know each other, yes.
Were you one of my one-night stands? No, I'm kidding.
He's like, nah. He's like,
just kidding.
Look at his face.
Pick a be a swimming.
Just
Pick a
kidding.
be a swimming right now.
He didn't know what to say. He was like, I don't know.
No comment, because his girlfriend's probably.
So what's going on?
Don't tell her she ain't got
It's freaking hot out.
It is, yes. That's why
Summertime
I knew that today you guys didn't want to sweat that much, so I brought in, reinforcements. Thanks to Comfort Zone right there.
Thank you. It's about maybe 3 weeks too late.
This hot weather has been brought to you by Sugary Drinks.
Yes. Hey, I'm trying to do a little bit healthy. See, there's strawberries, banana, and then there's muffins. But people go for the muffins. It's not my fault.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. I hate that saying. I hate it. I want to rebuke it.
But it's true, man. Sometimes it is what it is.
Eat strawberries.
All the time it is.
Shout out to all the artists that performed at DJ Metaphysics Celebration of Life Memorial at Santos House. It was Friday. It was a really, really good show. I mean, we had Hassan Salam, we had Khan, we had Moral Technique, we had a whole bunch of artists. I couldn't stay the whole night because I had to wake up early the next day, but it was an awesome show. Excuse me, it was Thursday. It was a good show. So
where was the show at?
It was in Santos House in
What's that?
It's like almost like in Chinatown. Like that's not even Lower East Side. I thought it was in Lower East Side, and I walked like 10 blocks to get there. I parked I was like, GPS lied to me. It said it was right here. Like, your destination will be on the left. I'm like, okay, park. Yeah, I wasn't there.
You had to walk.
Yeah, 10 blocks. Yeah.
That's good.
It's good. Good for fitness summer. Shout out to Darko Boxing. Yes, boxing is kicking my butt, but it's good. Yeah, I feel like I'm
like
weak.
the boxing.
Also, you're back into the kickboxing.
Boxing. I didn't do kickboxing. I gotta check out my leg. Something wrong with my leg, but I had to do something, so I went back to boxing. And homeboy, my trainer there, makes me feel weak. He just said, "Hit me, just go at it, just hit me nonstop, violently," and I was just going at it, and it was like in one of those dreams that you're just like. And I'm like, yo, dude, flinch, move. And he's just looking at me like, you don't hit hard. I was like, no, I guess not. I was like,
maybe you don't want to hurt him or something?
No, because he kept like, teasing, come on, hit me, come on. I'm like, okay, we'll do it. Yes. No, and it was a great workout. I'm telling you, boxing
I heard
is
it's
an
a
awesome
great workout, yeah. You work out everything.
Yes. You feel it everywhere, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You heard about that girl? What's the name?
Casey Anthony.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Oh God.
That's all I have to say.
That's fucking crazy.
Listen,
she didn't even go to jail for child neglect. I think that child neglect was clearly visible. That you didn't report your child missing for 31 days.
It's more to it than that.
Well, she's a Northeast star. Northeast.
See, I'm not
Do you
gonna
think
go there.
it's because
I'm gonna keep it on the topic.
You think it's because she's not?
No,
a
you heard it. Did you hear? Did you follow the trial?
No,
No,
not
She
all the
was
time.
getting molested by her father when she was a child.
Okay.
She was getting molested, so she was taught how to lie by her father, keeping that a secret. So she grew up learning how to keep secrets. You understand what I'm saying?
So you think the parents were involved in the little girl's death?
I mean, come on. I mean, they helped. They all knew about it. You're not following the child.
No, I don't
Oh,
have
okay, then
time.
you're not following the child.
I just know the evidence that was given. 31 days, your kid is missing, and
Yeah,
you
but
don't report it.
But that ain't the only evidence. Exactly.
That
Again,
is, that alone.
that goes back to the
is
defense.
enough evidence.
The defense. Their thing was that Casey Anthony was molested as a child by her father.
Okay.
So because
So
of that,
he taught her how to lie. He taught her how to conceal evidence. He taught her how to keep things in secret by the secret of molestation. So she grew up with that mentality of keeping secrets. You understand what
Okay.
I'm
So
saying?
you think she did it?
I think all of them are guilty. Not just her. All of them are guilty.
The whole family.
I think she's being scapegoated. I think that she's being. I don't think she killed that child herself. I think it was an accident that they tried to cover up, and somebody got to take the blame. So they chose her because she's the mother.
An accident. Maybe they were.
You know what I'm saying?
Maybe they're those funky
yeah, you're
ritualistic
teaching your
people.
daughter how to keep secrets
Word.
by molesting her when she's a child. She grows up with that mentality of keeping
Maybe they
secrets.
sacrificed their child.
for something.
Listen, I don't.
They're freaking. There was no freak accident. They covered her with duct tape and put a sticker
So I
on
don't
her
think.
mouth.
But I think that she couldn't do that all by herself. I don't think she could do that.
think she's
Put
that
the child in the
intelligent.
car, drive the child to the woods, dig up the hole all by herself. Come on, somebody knew.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense that it could have
It's
been a
called
satanic
secrets.
ritual.
People keep secrets.
I don't know. It's sick. I feel really bad for that little girl. But you know what I heard in the newspaper that during the verdict of the trial, after she was pronounced not guilty, lightning struck the tree where they found the body.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They can say that.
God don't
Who,
like
who
ugly.
knows? You got footage of that?
Yeah. They
They have footage of the exact time
Look
when
it
the
up.
verdict was.
Go Google
See
it.
if
Google
it's,
it.
see if it's
Listen, that's just freaky. Just like when they were doing the Passion of the Christ, lightning struck twice on the cross that they used to crucify the actor. You know that, right? The story.
No, I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
Passion. He says it. He's like he freaked out. He was like, okay. He was like telling God like, this is just an acting scene. It's like I'm not trying to be Jesus. But yeah, so it's kind of freaking when things like that happen.
Did you guys hear about Nicki Minaj's cousin who was shot and killed?
What? Not here.
Yeah, her cousin Nicholas Telemac, I'm probably pronouncing his last name wrong, was shot and killed early Monday morning. That was the day after Labor Day, I believe.
Labor Day.
No, I'm sorry. It was July. Was it July 4th? It was
Independence.
So it was on the 4th. He was leaving CPAC in Brooklyn. It's like a club or whatever. He was shot and he died at the hospital.
That's so sad.
Now,
For what?
No one knows. I don't know if he was in a gang. Maybe somebody was just hating on him. I really have no idea. No arrests have been made. But here is Ms. P's question of the day. Mo and I were in a car yesterday.
Dun, dun, dun.
And because Nicki Minaj's cousin is dead, does that mean she's Illuminati?
Oh, you think that was her sacrifice?
Was he her sacrifice?
Why would she sacrifice him?
Illuminati.
That's not really an important. It's supposed to be a big sacrifice.
She made a song and dedicated it to him.
Already?
Yeah.
Or was it done before he got killed?
I don't know.
That's kind of like,
Think
you ever
about it,
seen
right?
that movie
Didn't it just
Jennifer's
happen?
Body?
What
Have you
happened?
seen Jennifer's Body?
Yes.
Like they sacrifice the girl so they can get
Hey,
famous?
maybe. Who knows?
To get what?
That's interesting.
They
You think
sacrificed
so?
the girl to get what?
Listen, everyone.
You ever seen
Listen up,
Jennifer's
everybody.
Body?
That's Ms. P's question of the day. Nicki Minaj's cousin who was killed, was he her sacrifice into the Illuminati? Is Nicki Minaj Illuminati?
I just thought about it when you said it.
Uh-huh.
But then Lady Gaga came before her. Did anybody close to Lady Gaga die?
No, not that I know of.
So,
She did it before she got famous?
did Katy Perry kill anybody? I mean, have anybody close to her?
Well,
I'm-
Katy Perry sacrificed her beliefs, I want to say, because she started out as
Yeah,
a
she was
Christian,
yeah,
a
she
gospel
was.
singer. Yeah, so I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
I'm just saying. You know, Nikki, I'll still do a song with you, but it's just a question of the day, so don't take it, you know.
I
You know what I'm saying? I gotta do my job,
no,
Nikki.
I don't
You do
think-
your job, I gotta do my job.
I don't think so. Usually, it's more significant, like a bigger.
Did you guys
Bigger
hear
sacrifice.
that they
That means
caught
that everybody-
Biggie's killer?
No.
What? They think that they caught him. It's some guy. Yeah, he's supposedly confessed.
What?
Biggie. Yeah, this was...
Oh, yeah.
Because that was supposed to be P. Diddy's sacrifice. So,
Oh my
sure?
God.
I don't know.
That's what they say. No. They say is YouTube.
YouTube. What about YouTube?
They say that Biggie
Oh,
was P. Diddy's
The
sacrifice.
videos on YouTube. They have everything on YouTube. My God.
Jeez,
Oh,
I'm
love
scared.
it.
I wonder if I YouTube my name, what will come up?
If you Google your
What did
name.
you do for July 4th? What did you guys do?
What did I do?
I was in Brooklyn, actually. I went to
Really?
I was at my
Prospect Park.
cousin's.
How dare you?
I know.
You're always in Prospect Park, and she never calls me.
Always. It's been twice.
Guys, this is supposed to be my wife. Now that gay marriage is legalized, you're supposed to be,
Yes.
having
She's
a little
avoiding
ceremony.
Get
it.
married.
Oh, please.
And
She's
she
avoiding
comes to
the
Brooklyn
subject.
and doesn't even see me. I just don't understand it.
I'm very
Whatever.
nervous.
You're very shady, Vanessa.
I love
You know
you.
what?
You know I love you.
I'm gonna have to rethink this proposal.
All right. I know what to do to make you feel better.
Ay. No, shout out to my cousin Sylvia because she had an awesome barbecue on July 4th. I mean, you had demasiado food. Too much.
I went to a Jamaican barbecue.
Nice. Had
In
jerk
Brooklyn?
chicken.
I had a lot of fun.
In Brooklyn?
Nope, in Queens. In
Oh,
Long
okay.
Island, actually. And then we went to another one in
Long
Queens.
Island, Strong Island.
Yeah, no, I did a little barbecue picnic in Prospect Park. It was nice.
Anything
my
else
second time.
interesting happen?
I met a pretty cool guy
just
that I don't know if
Oh, Lord.
I.
Oh, let's
I
tap
don't-
into this.
But see, it's
Where'd you meet him at?
it at the barbecue. No, no. It was the Friday before the barbecue
Where?
at my cousin's.
At your cousin's
Yeah.
house. So have you known this guy before? Have you seen him?
He's
Just met
actually,
him.
it's weird. It's the weirdest thing. I've never met him, but he's my male cousin's best friend. I'm like, dude,
Is he older or younger?
older.
Older than you?
That
How
is
old?
so, that is
30,
so
30.
predictable.
Excuse me. Can
Yeah,
we
I usually
listen?
date older man.
Predictable, yo.
Well,
Does he have a job?
Cousins, older.
Does he have a job?
Cousins,
Best
Does he have a
friend. I
job?
didn't
Does he
even-
have a
Oh,
job?
that's your
Does he have a
cousin?
job? Does he
Ooh.
have a job?
Can you
Does he
hook
have
me
a
up
job?
with
Does he
her?
work?
Yeah,
Does he
yeah,
make
yeah,
money?
yeah.
I know her
yeah.
cousin. That's how I know
She's,
that through her cousin.
it was funny because Vanessa
That is
saw me.
so-
He dropped me off last night, and Vanessa saw, and I was just like, I mean, maybe
You know
I'm
how it
scared.
was? Yeah, I saw this.
So where's he from?
I was like, oh, there goes Lisette. I just saw like hair. You know?
Where's he from? Is he?
Dominican.
Ah,
She likes
you know what that means, right?
Dominicanos.
Plátano.
I
You gonna do what you
heard.
wanna do.
Y'all want to know what I heard about Dominican men?
What you hear about Dominican men?
I heard they eat more than a little bit. That's just what I heard.
Listen,
I heard that too.
He's like, did she just say that? Yeah, I said it.
Miss P, all I gotta say
This is what I had to ask my
most
friend.
of
I'm
the
like,
guys that I date are Dominican.
Really?
no, somebody
So it's
told me, like,
true
why you
story.
always say Dominican? He goes, because they can, you know. I was like, oh.
Like, I mean, plátano con salami.
Plátano con salami. That's
They're not the only ones.
Yeah, they are. But
No, they're not.
competition. Well, maybe
no
they're not the only
wait a
ones.
minute.
but they're
I've
really good
actually
at it.
heard two things about Dominican men. I've heard that that they eat more than a little bit, and I heard that they are very well endowed, meaning width-wise. That's what I've heard. I've never been
Is
with
it
a
true?
Dominican man.
Are they possessive?
I don't know. I've never heard.
All
I
of the
don't know.
above.
Really.
All of the
They're
above.
possessive.
Es posesivo, sí.
So, what's his name?
Damn. No, put him out
Okay,
there.
you don't have to put out that information.
I
Does he have
cannot
children?
log in.
No kids.
He has a nice
Okay,
car.
sounds good. No, but wait a minute. What does he do for a living? I'm just curious.
He works for the city.
Okay, that sounds
Sounds good.
creamy. Sounds a little creamy. Okay. So what's gonna happen? Like, is he interested? Was he just
Yeah.
driving you home?
So, yeah, he was, but
He's interested.
He's
in her.
interested. It's just we've only been dating for a week, and he wants to already get in a relationship.
Yeah,
Oh,
already
whoa,
know.
whoa, whoa,
Dominican.
buddy, whoa, buddy, whoa. Let's pump the brakes here.
No,
Como si
we're
dice
not
pump the
pumping no
brakes in
brakes.
español.
Yeah, that's his best friend's little cousin. So he already got it in his mind.
Como
Yeah, is
se
that what it
dice pump the
That
brakes
you
in
just said, what's your
español,
best
por
friend's little
favor.
cousin? Okay, yeah.
But is that
You're
what
my
it is?
best friend. That's your little cousin. Yeah, that's me right there. Let's get it popping.
Hell no.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's how it is. That's
Wait
how
a
it
minute,
is.
wait a
If it
minute, wait a
wasn't-
And
minute.
you're gonna fall for it. Aren't
That's
If it wasn't-
crazy.
you? Yes, you
No,
are.
I like him, but
And in 8 months, you're gonna be telling me, you know what, my ex.
Lizette's gonna be like, he must have locked me in the room. He loves me.
Right. Comes to the show with a black eye, like, oh, he loves me.
oh, that's a stereotype. Hold on, retract.
He loves me.
I've only known him for a week, but he
Oh, he
was
loves
locked
me.
me up.
I'm
That's
due in
love.
January.
That's that
I'm
Dominican
due in
love.
February.
Dominican love.
He's so mean.
That is funny.
If you
No,
get
but
pregnant-
seriously.
if you get pregnant in the next 3 months, I'm gonna clown you. I just want you to know
Listen,
that.
listen up.
I just want you to
Tell
know.
him to pump the brakes and take it slow.
He's not pumping anything but her.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is. Y'all think whatever. Soon as she give it up, that's his for life.
Damn. It's true though. Dominicans do think that way.
Really?
Yeah.
You ever seen that commercial? You seen that commercial where the girl was in the club and then the guy like offered her to buy a drink and she said no, and then she turns around, he's over here, and then she turns around, he's right here, and then he turns around, he's right here. You seen that commercial?
Nah.
And he bought her a drink and she goes, "Thank you for your drink." He goes, "Okay, no problem." And she turns around, he's right here.
Oh, that's happened to me. Where
I've never seen
you
that.
never heard that?
That commercial is so
You're at a
funny.
club and the guy buys you a drink, and all of a sudden he is stuck on you, like everywhere you.
Everywhere you look, he's like, it
The
was
thing
so
about it is, I don't
funny.
really go out to clubs like that. So
Back in
with
the day.
those tights on, I can understand why.
shut up.
You
Me and my
don't need to be
banana.
doing that. And you eating a banana too.
Put me on the spot.
Wait, but is there a limitation? Is there a time
For what?
that people should
I
wait
think that you should just
Wait,
take it easy,
Wait
and
for
if
what,
you like
though?
the
What are you
person,
waiting
to develop a relationship?
What relationship?
Do you mean start
You're
having
his.
sex? Is that what you mean?
No, sex. No, it's a relationship.
You're his.
You know what
That's
I
the only
No.
relationship.
I mean, I'd rather go with the flow, but I usually have a 3-month marker.
And
you
then
can go
you're
with
his.
the flow, and if you
I
see
think-
that you
I
can
think
see this
you-
person, if you sit with this person, then you
cannot
continue.
log
If
in,
not, you don't. You know, just
Right.
go with the flow, get to know the person.
Exactly.
That's
I
all.
then he's
Friends
yours.
first.
And
friends
listen,
first.
listen.
And
do
then he's
not-
yours.
Friends
Don't rush
first.
into sex.
Then you're his.
I mean, listen. If he
Don't
wants
rush,
to, if he wants to
ladies.
eat your
Don't
chocolate,
rush.
3 months
then okay.
later.
But don't do anything to him. No.
Listen,
I concur.
Okay,
he's
you
your
beat him with
best-
chocha.
his best
now
friend's
get
little
against the door.
cousin.
Is that? But if he wasn't my cousin's best friend, would he be different with me?
Would you be talking to him?
I don't know.
Exactly.
But she's
That's
kinda
my point.
feeling him, though.
If he
She's
wasn't
feeling
your
him.
cousin's best friend, you wouldn't be talking to him.
Do you have a picture of him?
He's on Facebook.
I want to see what he looks like.
I'm
Yeah, I
not
wanna
going to
see
this
what it
page.
looks
Don't
like.
ask
Oh,
me to
and
go to this
I'll
page.
Why
show-
not, Ferron?
I'll
You
show-
add everybody else as a damn friend. Add him as a friend.
Why I tell you to add him as a friend?
I'll show him
He don't
on
want
the
me.
I had invited him
You
to
never
the studio.
know.
Maybe
He
he'll
wants
come
her.
next week.
He doesn't want you. It's like the lotto. You never know.
Yeah. Another reason for us to not be friends.
Anyhow, so what's up? What else is new, guys?
Nothing much. Just
I was at the
chilling,
studio last
enjoying the
night.
Summer.
It was
New music?
me,
You
Baby
more
Boy, Silence the Fifth, Rob. I keep
Who
calling him
these people?
Rob.
Who these
Dre. People who are part of MR Studio.
Who's
These
that?
Oh, I do want to give a
are
shout
rappers
out.
and producers.
Rappers.
Happy birthday to Khan,
Happy birthday, Con Boogie! Are you
yes,
guys coming
yes.
Are you guys coming to
My
the party?
boo.
and happy birthday to my
Tonight,
homegirl
after the show.
Chanel.
Are you going to come? Are you
Yeah,
going to
yeah.
give me a ride home afterwards?
No.
Then I ain't coming.
Oh, you see? You're so lazy.
Happy birthday to my friend
I ain't
Chanel
lazy.
too.
Where?
Y'all be having parties
my
in
friend Chanel's
Timbuktu.
birthday today
Happy birthday,
too.
Chanel.
A lot
I
of
wasn't even
birthdays.
invited by Con. You know
No,
what?
no, no.
Hold up, Con.
Kenny is the one who invited.
Y'all
Con.
having parties in the city or something.
Kenny is in
Con,
Corona.
you see my face?
What's that?
How do
What's
I
this
not
one?
get a personal invite? You are my MC crush. How dare you? Is it because I'm marrying Vanessa? Huh? Is that the reason?
No,
just
Con,
wants to
start
watch,
having your
that's all.
parties in the city, man.
I think he
No,
found out.
Con, start having your parties in Brooklyn.
He already has parties in Brooklyn.
Yeah, he
What
already
you talking
does.
about?
Is he having his party in Brooklyn?
No, no.
All right, well then
Start
I
having your
see a
parties
problem.
in the city
the
so I
story
can
is
come.
this: Kenny is the one who
Who's
initiated the party, which is his homeboy, and he's the one who sent out the invites. So I told Kenny, "Yo, can I bring people?" He was like, "Yeah, of course."
So
I
you
hooked
invited
up-
all the Facebook.
No, I didn't know, because imagine that backyard will be like 300 people.
Oh, so was that someone's house?
Yeah.
So where is it? Where it's in
Corona.
Corona?
Corona.
In Corona.
I have to ask
Deep
you a
in
question.
Corona.
Yes.
That picture with the baby. Oh my God, I was cracking
Oh.
up. What the hell is that? Where'd you get that
Is
from?
that a Cabbage Patch? What is that?
What was
Isn't
that?
that
He's like-
Now,
so funny. I was cracking up at work.
This guy on BBM, what's his name? I can't remember his name, but he always like says and does like the funniest things. And I saw the picture on his thing, and I was like, "Where did you get that from?" And he got it from someone else. I was like, "Okay, can I take the picture because it's funny or whatever?" Because I told him I wanted to post it, so he was like, "Yeah, just to
That
get
was
people's
so
comments and see
funny.
what that shit is hilarious."
Mad funny. I was cracking up
That's
when I
funny.
saw.
Would you do that to your baby?
I don't know, but I mean that wasn't my baby, so who cares?
Wow.
I ain't got no babies.
I wonder, would anybody
Oh, I
tease
don't
their own children at that age?
I don't
I
know.
think that young. I mean, I watched, was it Carrie and The Exorcist when I was like 5, 6. That was because my older cousins, they were watching it and they made me watch it.
Yeah, but I would have nightmares. Yeah.
Oh, I did. The Exorcist, man.
Freddy Krueger, like, effed with me.
You know they have that doll at the Museum Moving Image in Astoria?
Wow.
The doll of the Exorcist that actually moves the head?
Oh, hell no. Fuck.
Yeah, she's like this in a corner. Yo, we gotta go, yo. That shit's fucking
Betsy's
crazy.
like, sure, whatever. Nah,
So wait, Betsy, I heard that you're gonna have a wedding.
Oh, congratulations!
Is it going to be in the city?
When did you propose? We need to bring Betsy on. Can we bring Betsy on?
Yeah,
Betsy.
Real quick.
Come on, Betsy. I want to hear Betsy.
She's obviously not coming, so you might as well stop acting.
How do you feel
She's
about
not
that?
moving.
Betsy, come on.
Betsy, you've been on the show before. What's
There's a
going on?
corona over here waiting for you.
She's chilling.
You can't force her. You can't force her, yo.
Force
Are you going to have your wedding in the city, or is it going to be in Timbuktu? Where's that at?
Have you proposed?
I just want to be.
It's been announced today.
Have you proposed, or did we jump the gun?
I don't know.
I'm sorry, Betsy.
She's already married. Number
Betsy,
one. She's
damn it, I
already
can't help
married.
it. I want to go to a reception.
She's already married.
It better be open bar.
She's swimming. Let her swim.
She's swimming.
As long as she don't swim on the cords.
He could be. I heard you getting married.
With Chico.
I want to come to your wedding, Betsy, but
With
you gotta have it someplace near the city.
Have your wedding when you want to have your
Nobody's
wedding.
gonna give me a ride home afterwards.
Hi, Siraj.
Yeah, shout out to
Shout
Siraj.
out to Siraj.
Who's here
Shout
today.
out to Jesus with the March for Jesus. I went there yesterday with Siraj. We had the craziest road trip. It was like 2.5 hours
Oh,
upstate.
really? How was it?
It was good.
Did they have food?
No, it was vendors, just like the
Okay.
block party. They had vendors.
So what did you guys do exactly? Or was?
We went there to just shoot the event, but this time I videotaped it, so hopefully I'm hoping that the camera has a better sound quality, and we're gonna edit it and basically just stream it.
Who's gonna edit it?
Oh, guys, I forgot to tell you about the MC war that I was in. There's a
war?
Yeah.
What's an MC war?
Whitney from Pink Cookies and Whitney from Pink Cookies magazine. She is a woman that I met, and she's
I think I met her before.
she does a lot of things in the underground industry or whatever. She has a lot of connections and whatnot. So her and I finally caught her not on the phone and not talking to anyone. So I introduced myself, and she told me what she was into. I told her what I was doing, and she called me one day and was like, "How you should come do this this MC war." And I was like, "Well, I'm not a battle rapper though, and I don't want to be." Start to be typecasted or characterized as a battle rapper, because I'm not, and I don't want to come off as something that I'm not, but if you want me to, like, it's not that I couldn't do it, it's just I don't want to be known for that, but I did it anyway. It was me and this guy I met a guy named VVS Verbal, and one of the guys from Smith & Wesson, General Stills was there, Supernova was there, what is the other guy's name? It was just a lot of people there. And I'm actually glad that I went. I'm glad that I got on stage. Just Tess, her friend was there. The other young lady who was here.
Oh, really?
Alex.
Yeah, Alex. Yeah,
Yeah.
she was there. It was a couple of people there. It was at the African Street Festival.
So who did you battle?
But it's not,
I battled VVS Verbal, but it wasn't VVS Verbal. It wasn't even like a. What is my dog eating?
like dissing.
Does anyone know what she's eating?
Nobody cares. They're not looking.
No more fruit, please. I'm sorry, guys. It wasn't really like a battle or
Like
a
a
war.
diss?
Yeah, like it was kind of like just like friendly type of thing. But it was a really, really great experience for me because I've never really like done that. Instead of like
What did you do?
I got up there and I battled, but I've never done that.
How did it
with-
feel?
Like
It felt good.
How was it set up?
Is
How
that
was the
what-
battle set up?
There was a guy, I guess the referee or whatever.
Right.
he
It was in a
there.
ring.
No, it wasn't a ring. It was on stage.
Okay.
It was me, and
Another
there
girl.
was supposed to be other people, but we could only do it with who showed up or
Right,
whatever.
right.
So it was me and VVS Verbal, and then there were other artists there who are battle rappers who are on the underground scene, but they were doing performances. So me and VVS were the only ones like going tit for tat back and forth, but it wasn't like on some disrespectful. I'm gonna cut off your head and send you to bed.
Why
like,
not?
blah, blah, blah.
That's what a battle is.
Blah, 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 blah. But I just said that it really wasn't like
wasn't a
that
real
because
battle?
no, it wasn't. But like I still liked
just
it.
had
Like, I'm
fun
still
with
glad
it.
that I did it.
You had
What
fun
were
with
y'all
it.
doing?
We were going 16 for 6. No, first we did 8 for 8, 12 for 12, then we did 16 for 16. So like
at each other, or
yeah, just like it was just a performance. And like when we got off stage, a lot of people asked us, did we know each other? And I was like, nah, I just met him. And they were like, well, you know, it seemed like you guys were doing a song. It kind of felt like
You had
that.
a chemistry.
Yeah. So now me and VVS Verbal are gonna we're gonna do a track together.
Oh,
so
very
yeah,
nice.
that like I appreciated that. And then General Stills came up to me. He was like, listen, you're kind of nice. You know, you should definitely come to my studio and record. So I was like, hell yeah, thank you. You know, so like I made some connections. I'm glad because I wasn't gonna do it.
I know.
I'm sure you do.
But that was the event you had texted me about?
I think so. Was it?
You gotta tell us. Well, you told me when, and I told you, well, I won't get out to work till late.
The thing about it is some of these things I find out the day of. And before, I used to be like, no, I can't do it. But now, I'm just like, okay, I'll do it. I'll go. Yeah.
You know who's battled before? Guys, keep the door closed. Sorry. But you met Thier, remember at the...
Yes.
She's battled
nice. She is
nice.
with D. Stevens. It's a guy in...
You battled a guy?
It's Thier, yeah. She beat him.
I bet she did.
There's a video.
She's
I gotta stream it one day, but... Eminem is the one who has battle contests.
She won.
And she won.
Yes, she did.
She came in
sure
second.
Did. And I think he
against
flew her
someone
out
else.
To Detroit or something like that, or
I
for
forgot
something.
where it was, but it was really good experience for her too. So that's awesome. I like to see females battle.
I have a question.
I want to see.
I've only done one other MC battle though.
So that's my thing. Like, what are you gonna do once? Because, like you said before, the more you do it.
Well, I'm not gonna keep doing it.
So when are you just? What you just said that.
Listen, the Peekabee, please.
Sorry, the mascot is.
She's looking to go to the bathroom. Okay, ask me that question again because I just lost track. I'm sorry.
Okay, you just said
that I don't want to be known for.
Right, and then you said you're gonna do them. So
no, but like what I've said to myself is, if I get invited to one of these things again, I'm gonna go and network, but I'm not gonna battle because I don't want to be known as a such and such. If they ask me to be in the battle, I'll say, well, can I perform instead? I would rather do that. And if they say no, I'll still come and support and still meet people and hand out my information. This is who I am, yada yada yada. You know, because I've only been in one other MC battle, and that was the very first time I ever got on the stage, on which my friends dared me to be in an MC battle. So that was the only other time. But I love MC battles. I love going to them. I like the energy, and I like to see other rappers interact with one another and, see what they can come up with on the top of their heads. Like, because it's fun.
It is cool.
Can we hear one of the 16s you spit out that night?
I don't remember.
It was off the top, probably.
Yeah.
So okay. So if you're in this industry, of course, sooner or later you're going to get approached by somebody who wants to battle you for money. They're going to say, okay, well, I got 20 grand right now to put on the table. I'll battle you right now. What are you going to do?
I really don't know. Honestly, I honestly
you
don't know.
You can't say you don't know.
Yes, I can.
I mean, you can say it, but
do you got 20 G's?
It's either yes or no.
Well, either at the time I'll say yes, and either at the time I'll say no. Honestly, it depends.
I'm just asking.
I'm telling you, it depends on what kind of mood I am. If I feel like doing it, I'll do it. If I don't, I don't.
Do you got 20 G's to
just know that if you ever do it.
If I don't have it now, I ain't gonna miss it. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel about it.
Some people don't feel that way, but like I said, once you do it. And then what happens is the more you, that's the thing about it. You get sucked in. It's like the more you do it.
Like that energy, because I wanted to keep going. And I was like, wait a minute, I didn't even want to do this in the first place. Hold on.
You ended up liking it.
Yeah, and that's how it happens. Next there's other people watching you, so they're going to see you somewhere. Oh, Miss P is whack, I'll battle her.
Right.
And then you got all these Joe Schmoes come out the woodwork wanting to battle you. You understand what I'm saying? And then you get caught up in that. And then next thing you know, your artistry.
I got a lot of respect from people who have been rapping for years.
But that's good. I mean, you can rap, Miss P.
Oh, of course, thank you.
You can rap. It's not like you can't rap.
And next time, I hope we get to see you at least, or at least get it recorded so we can stream it because I want to see that.
Don't record if you lose.
We're gonna take a small little break.
Don't lose.
Everybody loses at some point.
Yeah,
don't record it.
It's okay.
Don't put that up.
It doesn't matter.
We're gonna take a quick 90-second break to bring on our first guest, which is Adrienne Felton from South Queens County Young Democrats, and we're gonna talk about her organization, and we're gonna get into just talking about our topic for today, which is about teen troubled teens. Everything that, and it's gonna be an interesting topic because I talked to Vanessa a lot about this, about the youth.
Yes.
And whether or not
She puts you to sleep with these conversations.
Yes, I do. No, I get her like super hyped.
She gets me hyped.
I get her hyped.
I don't want to get started.
Anyways, but I really want to know: are they the product of their environment, or are they just product of their age? So
they're just products. How about that?
And guys, don't forget the question of the day.
Yes.
Because Nicki Minaj's cousin was killed, does that make her part of the Illuminati?
Was that her sacrifice?
I need to know.
We'll be back in 90 seconds, guys. Tune in.
Ow.
No, I can go to the bathroom. All right, I'm going to the bathroom.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, watch that battle stuff. Watch that.
I don't want
You'll
to
be a battle rapper for 5 years. The
Listen.
streets is littered right now with people.
We just tryna make it pop.
I know you're leaving today, forcing a smile that gives you away. You let go of the road, feels like falling over. I look in your eyes, and I see a ghost in the mirror.
Girl likes boy, boy likes other girl likes other guy, otherwise caught up in another world. Other words, they laying in bed, she making a nest, safe in his clench. He thinking they friends, she thinking she next. He thinking about his ex. Reality check, please. In the very next room, these two are laying in. Another dude going through pain and think about same girl, other guy laying with. You staying with me? That's what she said. You following? Got his own girl that's wanting him. Back at home, really is fond of him, and she ain't acknowledging her best friend she went to college with. Been trying to get with her since first semester, investing time and all kind of things. Shit, kinda sick when you think about it. Kinda cycle we in surrounded, but I guess that's life. Ain't that right? Might as well write and sing about it. Can't do a damn thing about it. Going round and round and round it. Going round and round and round it. Trying hard not to even think about it. Might stick it out, settle down, try to manufacture fate. Too trapped in place and see that look up on their face that says it all.
I know you're leaving today, forcing a smile that gives you away. You let go of the road, feels like falling over. I look in your eyes, and I see a ghost in the mirror.
Feel like I'm suffocating, walls closing in, being pulled from all sides, ripped limb from limb. I'm going out on one, you probably are too. Feeling like a machine, you wanna start anew. You put yourself out there, it's not reciprocated. Maybe the timing's off, you're both at different stages. You can deny and scoff and think that it's outrageous. You need some closure, but the notebook has some missing pages. Days are flying by, nights are hard as ever. These are the trying times. Who broke apart forever? Who changed the meaning of it? Who slayed your dreams and left you grieving under stress and fighting not to make a scene in public? Who was it? Do you blame yourself or point the finger? Stomach tightens, knees give out, joints get splintered. At this point you figure it may never be the same. It's just a never-ending cycle with the deepest pain.
I know you're leaving today, forcing a smile that gives you away. You let go of the road, feels like falling over. I look in your eyes, and I see a ghost in the mirror. You told me, you told me.
This is how This is how they be in those other commercials. Hello, and we are back to 97.1 FM. Yeah.
No, but we are actually back to the Urban View on www.urbanmediatv.com.
Hello, we are back to the Urban View. www.urbanmediatv.com.
You're supposed to be the center of attention.
Where the talk meets the pavement, and right now we have a guy in a suit
Nice.
on a Sunday.
Yes. And we're with.
Ow!
We are with.
This is the Obama line.
Jerwayne.
What up, Jerwayne?
Or what?
Yes, we are.
Yes, we are.
Look, it's right there.
Hello,
That's
everyone. How y'all doing out there?
you. And thank you for coming. You're actually stepping in. 'Cause it won't hear you. Gotta be close. Be close to the mic. But you're here stepping in. I do apologize. I didn't know Adrienne couldn't make it. But you're here stepping in for the South Queens County Young Democrats.
Yes, I am.
And we wanted to talk more about your organization. I'm not sure what everyone's parties are, but I am an independent, so I'm interested in seeing how these youth and what age groups you guys try to teach and cater to join in this type of campaign.
Okay, well, the age group range is pretty wide open. I don't believe you can be too young to join our organization, and I don't believe you can be too old. So everyone is welcome, and we're open to different opinions and views and perspectives, and even independence as well, such as yourself.
Now, I mean, again, am I the most political here?
Probably,
Yeah,
yes.
Probably, yeah. All right. No, but what exactly, like your age group, let's say I don't know how young they get involved in politics, but I got involved in politics like maybe as young as, 12? So I'm thinking 12 and up. What do you guys do, like, as in projects, as in education, as in basically movements? I'm sure they have all their own opinions that they strongly feel about, but a lot of their emotions and their beliefs are molded by a teacher. Someone teaching them, oh, this is why you're fighting for it. Because of course they're 12, they're very impressionable, and I'm interested to see if any youth that are watching right now are trying to get involved into politics or want to learn more. What is it exactly you guys get involved in?
Well, let me answer your first question about what events we had. We actually just had a poetry jam.
Oh, wow. Nice.
And that was very successful. It's going to be aired on QPTV in the fall.
Okay.
And we had some great poets come out.
Who was that? Was it under the South Queens County Young Democrats logo, or were you partnered with someone else?
No, it was actually a Southeast Queens Young Democrat
Nice.
event.
Where was it?
It was on Merrick Boulevard.
Get closer to the mic. Just a little.
It was on Merrick Boulevard in Laurelton.
Nice.
And
Jamaica's doing big things. Awesome.
Yeah, and it was nice. A lot of young people came out and supported the young poets that went up there. And if you turn on QPTV in the fall, you should be able to see the show. And it was a nice event. So in terms of what else we do to educate the youth, there was also last Saturday an event to inform the youth about how the funds, politicians are allocated certain funds and how they disperse that throughout the district. And we think that this is something important that everyone really should know, not only the youth, because everyone has a councilman that lives in New York City, and you should be aware of where those funds are going in the community. So we had a lesson on that.
Awesome.
So that you can know where the funds are allocated. Was it allocated to your park? Was it allocated towards things that affect you?
Nice. That's really, really good to know, because I didn't learn about that, honestly, till I took a public administration class in college.
How did you guys get started with your organization?
Well, actually, it was a lady, Adrienne Filton. She actually is the organizer, and she had this vision to organize the youth in Southeast Queens and educate them on politics. And this is something that's actually done throughout New York, but it wasn't in Southeast Queens. So she brought it to Southeast Queens, and now it's still in the developmental phases, I believe, because it's still fairly new in Southeast Queens. So we're always looking for new members And anyone who's interested in politics, want to learn about politics, who is concerned about what's going on in the community, we're always open to have them.
Do you guys have a website so our viewers in the chat room can
Yes,
see?
it's southeastqueensyoungdemocrats.com.
Nice. I think this is an awesome thing that Adrian started, because the only real change anyone can create, instead of bitching and complaining, is actually participating in community events and in political events, because you can't change anything by just bitching. I'm saying right now. So it's really good to know that you're educating the youth that way, because I'm going to tell you right now, they do not teach us this in school. Like in K through 12, no. I'll talk to friends like, do you know how they get this money? Do you know why we're fighting, why the state is fighting the Fed and the mayor is fighting the state, and why this whole, no, we just think they're all crooks and corrupt. And I'm like, all right, that's not.
I have a two-part question. What's the youngest member that you'll take to your organization?
Well, our membership is open, so we will take someone who's young enough to be concerned about what's going on.
How young is that, though?
Well, I mean...
All right, what she probably wants to know is who's your youngest member.
Are they 12, like me, like when I was 12?
I'm not sure exactly of the age of our youngest member, but the average age would be junior high school to high school.
Okay. I mean, I'm only asking because I didn't really become concerned with politics until I got to college. And if you're having young members, I wanted to know, what do you do in your organization to make it interesting and fun, to attract them to, come to your organization and want to learn? You know what? That was actually something that one of my points that I brought up when I first entered the organization, how we actually going to reach out to them and bring the youth in, and not only when people get to college, when, it's usually when you become socially conscious and politically conscious because you're able to vote. But how can we reach them prior to that? Right. So, we threw around different ideas with different fundraising events, things like that, and poetry night, like we mentioned earlier. And we're pretty much open to different ideas.
What about music? I mean, Silent Night is one of the artists we're going to have as guests today. And a lot of the artists that I see, they're very political. And their music is very, educational in the sense that, some of them is really guerrilla. I don't know if it's for all children because they talk about the corruption in the government. But some of them also talk about how you can change through unity, through education, through community, and all that. Do you guys reach out to kids also through those type of events?
That's actually an area of opportunity for us, because that, I think, would be an excellent way to bringing in young people, having artists who they're familiar with, who they like. Take, for example, Lady Gaga, how she's involved on a national scene where her opinion, when she tweets an opinion that's nationally recognized and heard and followed. And, just like her opinion on the gay, should gays be allowed to be married, and ultimately that swayed, had an effect on New York's vote and how the young people felt about it. So I definitely think that having an artist would help our enrollment and also help with bringing in new guests. So if you guys have anybody,
we should do something. We should do something, an event.
One of the most politically right now hyped artist is Lupe Fiasco, but a lot of people feel like he's gone a little too far, and I think he's fine, but some people are like, oh man, he's going spastic. I think he's just really opinionated, and he has valid points. It's just that some people, this is where youth get very easily distracted. Their attention span is very limited. So, for example, our intern Siraj, he's our assistant producer here, and I'll be like, listen to this, CD. And he'd be like, man, that's too serious. That's too I want to listen to something more hyped and upbeat. And I'll be like, but this is some serious music that he's already of a voting age. I'm not sure what his political views are. He's intelligent, but he rather not deal with that type of stress because he's having fun. Yeah. So it's kind of how do you reel them in to understand that it's really serious and it affects them. There is I don't know if you guys paid attention last year, there's a lot of rallies, a lot of youth. There's youth protesting for immigration rights. You'll see the youth, it was junior high school kids protesting for rights. Even when they were trying to reduce or eliminate the Metro
cards.
They protested for the Metro cards. They
Walk the bridge. It was a whole big.
yeah. But you see, but they made a movement, and it actually made an impact. They created change.
That's usually when young people or anyone really gets involved, when it hits home.
Yeah.
You know, if your teacher is about to get laid off, you know, your school is going to get closed, things like that, then it really hits home, and then you become aware, you know, and then subsequently you want to react, which is great, but now the challenge is to get people involved prior to it immediately affecting their life, and maybe be proactive, you know, and find out where the money's being sent, find out who's voting for what, you know, really have a say on who's getting into office, you know, and try to be proactive and make a change before you have to.
Do you have any upcoming events with your organization going on?
We have the Poetry Jam every month.
Okay.
And you can go to the website to get
and
all
the
details.
website is?
Like I said earlier, southeastqueens.com. And, you know, I just got a text from Adrienne. She's giving me some information here at the, there's another session that's at the, there's a church in St. Albans. It's from 1 to 3 on Saturday.
This is for the poetry jam?
No, this is just a regular session. That's,
like a seminar, an educational seminar?
Yeah,
Dope.
and we do those usually on a monthly basis as well.
What's the address to the next one?
Let me get the address. Yeah.
Now, this is really dope. I mean, again, you said it was southeastqueens.com?
Here we go. I'm going to give it to you. seqcyd.com.
Okay.
Okay. And she also mentioned that she's on Twitter. And that's all. There's all the information on there, on seqcyd.
And do you guys put, like, you know, certain, like, things, you know, movements on your website? Like, you know, for example, we've had We Are Change as a guest here, and they have, like, literally, like, this is what's going on, this is how you can affect it, this is what you should do, like, or informational stuff on your website?
Yeah, definitely. There was, you know, several events, and the whole organization went to Albany. And when things come up and there's votes that have to be done, and the organization, part of the great thing about it is that we try to rally the troops, in a sense, you know, and go up there and really speak for the young people. Like, this is a concern in Southeast Queens, and we feel this way about it. And hopefully if we could get enough membership, then, you know, really young people are going to be a group that has to be listened to. And I think this is spreading nationally, because if you notice that President Obama just did a Twitter town hall meeting. I don't know if anyone caught that last week. And this was the first time this has ever been done. President Obama held a Twitter town hall meeting.
Oh, yes, I did hear the Twitter town hall meeting.
And this is all part of, I think, the national focus to reach out to young people.
He also did the whole YouTube thing, too. It was a YouTube...
he did a Facebook town hall.
He
did the
he's
YouTube
really the
one.
first person to really get involved with really trying
Technology.
to, you know, get the attention of the youth, because, you know.
Yeah, and
I mean,
and I think that's commendable.
P. Diddy's campaign "Vote or Die" was really good too. Like the campaigning of
it. No,
it's
it
really
absolutely was. But like for a president, you know what I mean, to actually go this far and to really,
to
you know,
be technology,
right.
I can't even say the word,
technology inclined,
savvy.
savvy.
There you go.
And I really think that this is coming because of their understanding. Young people have a power to really stimulate someone's campaign and be involved. And, you know, he's a prime example of that.
You said you were on Twitter, and is the Twitter at SEQCYD?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Nice.
Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, check that website out, guys. And those artists who want to get involved to help the youth and educate the youth through music, through events like the poetry. And we also work with poets. Any poets interested, is there an email that they can reach out to you or Adrienne?
Yeah, I would say go directly to the website.
Yeah.
I would give out her phone number, but I'm not sure if she wants everyone calling her or texting her.
But
I think it's a great resource to go right to the website. All the information is on there, and you can also view when the next event is coming up and get involved that way. We also have cool T-shirts. You know, so
are they free?
They are. Once you become a member, you get a T-shirt.
Hey, there you go, free
And,
T-shirt.
My mama love free T-shirts.
You know, I actually was supposed to wear my T-shirt today, but I'm coming from church, so.
No excuses.
But
But I thought you were dressed up for us. I was like,
but the younger people in the organization really love the T-shirts. You know, they really make them their own. You know, put cuts in them, tie them up. You know, and all go out there together as one and be one voice.
Nice.
So aside from political issues, I'm pretty sure you guys have to touch on other subjects dealing with teens and of the youth. So what else do you touch on?
Well, whatever comes up, you know, and that's the thing with politics. Politics is really life. You know, people think, you know, it's just about a politician that has certain views, but politics affects everyone in so many different ranges. So things come up on a regular basis. You know, because the budget could affect.
Everybody gets affected one way or another.
Yep. Somehow, you know, from the cost of milk, you know,
college tuition,
to the cost of college tuition, to the cost of your jeans. You know, so whatever the issue is at hand.
Okay.
You know, you bring it to the table and let's figure out a way to address it.
Even like when they were trying to, I don't know if they eventually did it, but they were trying to cut like money for cafeteria food. Not that it was the best, but they were trying to find ways to cut the budget, and they were trying to find it through that way, through those means. I remember that. I don't know what exactly happened. Actually, in September, we're gonna do a big venue when we're coming back on new season, and we're focusing solely on education and the way all these schools are closing down in our urban communities, like the most saturated communities where we have overcrowded schools, and they're closing down schools.
I just found out my junior high school got closed.
Yeah, and you tend to.
I didn't even know.
What school was that?
IS 44.
So,
in the city.
And it sucks because people don't realize. I mean, I feel that there's so many factors that fall into play, but the excuse is, oh, well, the only way we can get rid of teachers is because it's closing down schools and reopening them. That's really what they say. But yeah, so it'll be really interesting to get involved with you guys, because we will be, obviously education should be important to our youth, but it's more important to the parents. So this type of organization should also be important to parents to get their kids involved in something to believe in, because I feel like a lot of teen problems is like, you know what, F it, this is what it is. You know, and I live in the hood, and I gotta be hood mentality, and they run with it. And, you know, even the hood mentality is really political, because even if you're, like, in a gang or in a crew, there's a hierarchy. There is. There's like, you know, and I feel like, you know, if there's something, if they believe in something, they will put all their energy, and they have a lot of energy, into that. You know, so I feel like this is a great thing for even parents to help their kids get involved and to try to get them educated. Because, in my opinion, our community is lacking resources because the people who live in it lack education. So, like, it doesn't make sense why Forest Hills has awesome resources, has, like, beautiful streets. Not everything is good, nothing wrong in Forest Hills. And Jamaica is, like, not even a mile radius away from Forest Hills, and it lacks, like, half the resources that Forest Hills has.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
I think that's an excellent point, you know, that you brought up, you know, from the youth, channeling the youth's energy. You know, if you have energy to be out and run with a gang, if you channel that energy in another direction to be involved politically, your impact in the community would be greater.
Yep.
You know, and it's just, I really believe that I grew up in Southeast Queens and South Jamaican Queens, and you know, that's stereotypically a tough neighborhood. You know, and I think that if the youth in the community are aware of all the things that they can be involved in, besides just a neighborhood group or gang, then, you know, sky's the limit. You know, and I'm a believer in, I think a lot of the reason why the politicians are so old in our community, you know, like over 60, is because the young people are not that interested. You know, imagine if you have 21-year-olds, 18-year-olds who are interested in politics. At 22, who knows? They might have a seat. They'll probably be.
That'd be so dope.
Yeah,
Awesome.
they might be a state senator or a councilman.
Yeah, I like that. That's a good idea. Well, I totally like your organization. I think people need to stop complaining and instead get involved.
We should do an event.
Yeah,
Have artists.
Yeah.
We're open to ideas.
I mean, if you guys are gonna do anything like event wise, and you need network opportunities or broadcasting, let us know. We'll go. We'll try to get our friends, our artist friends.
Okay, we'll take down my email.
Yes.
And if you send me a personal email with ideas, I'm pretty much open to anything, and we could implement it. And it's mr.gorman, the number 7 at Gmail. So it's mrgorman@gmail.com.
So, and just, we're going to take a 10-minute break and come back. We're going to talk more about teens and involvements and different types of things to do. And also, like you were saying, I mean, unfortunately right now, I don't know what the state of our youth is. I just know that a lot of people are saying it's getting a little bit out of hand. I mean, when I was younger, it was already out of hand. So I don't know how much worse it got. But we're gonna come back after our break and get into that.
So guys, like Lizette said, we'll be back in, is it 10 minutes?
Yeah, are we taking 10 minutes? Yes,
we'll be back in 10 minutes. Guys, and make sure that you click on that P90X icon on the lower right side of our screen. June was fitness month, but that doesn't mean your fitness goals have to stop.
Should be summer fitness month. I mean, summer fitness.
Whatever. Summer fitness, whatever.
Yes. You can't just work out for 1 month.
That's right. You have to keep it going. Keep exercising. You know, if you're into other physical activities, keep that going too. We have children in the studio today, so gotta sugarcoat it.
I did not realize it.
But let's keep it going, because P90X is a proven factor that it works.
It does.
Yes.
Okay,
and check it out.
Sweat.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Jerwayne Gorman, and he's with, again, South Queens County Young Democrats. Can you give everybody the website one more time before we go?
www.seqcyd.com, and that's Twitter at SEQCYD.
That's South Queens.
We're going to be
County
back with Mary Fogarty. Did I pronounce your name correctly? She's with CRC Help. We're going to have a pretty good show today.
Talk about a lot of.
We're already having a pretty good show.
We're going to have more of a good show.
And Ferran was a little quiet, but it's okay.
Ferran was very quiet.
Yeah.
I like the brother.
Do you have any questions?
I thought your name was Silent Night.
I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out why Facebook is telling me that they're getting ready to block my account because I'm sending chats to people telling them to log on to the chat room.
You're probably sending too many.
They're telling me, "Oh, you're being annoying. We're gonna keep you," and I'm like,
Facebook is only telling you the truth.
Facebook,
I might just start a fan page or something. Maybe.
Stop hating Facebook. No, let me stop. All right.
Yeah, stop hating Facebook.
We'll be back in 10 minutes.
All right.
Later, yo. I already telling me, you keep sending them chats, we're gonna block you because you're annoying. It's considered annoying. I'm like, all I'm doing is telling people to log on.
Well, the Facebook
You guys have going on here.
All around me, pretty prizes, sweet sights, oh so appetizing. Candy for my eyes, on my nose, candy for my soul, but it's just a candy coat. No antidote for this dope. It feels so good. You keep me coming back. You feel so good. You look so loved. You singing my tune. You swinging my way, revealing old wounds. It's been so long, but it's still too soon. Need room. You still in my breath. Now I'm giving it away. Waking up in cold sweats. Feel some type of way. Just don't know what yet. Something kind of strange happening in my head. Chemical reaction. What I do next? The ice inside my veins, get an opium in my brain, yo. Nicotine right on my tongue, Icarus saying you're the sun. You hurt me but I come back for more. Venus flytrap carnivore, won't stop until I die. Promise today is tomorrow's lie. Okay, I get it now. You my leather-bound book with my nightmares in it, and I read aloud. Or you my medicine, make it all better now. Gonna say your wedding vows and go settle down? Or are you stepping out? I'm getting high, you running out. We getting off and I'm getting lost, but you coming down. And I think I'm coming down with something now. Need a cold bath or a nap for a couple hours. It hurts so good, I can't shake it. Just need another taste, just let me taste it. Fuck it, let me at least see what the shape is. You killing me, and I embrace it. The feeling is foul, but I'm caught up in the casing. The ice inside my veins, get an opium in my brain. Nicotine right on my tongue. Icarus saying you're the sun. You hurt me, but I come back for more. Venus flytrap carnivore. Won't stop until I die. Promise today is tomorrow's lie. You're the ice inside my veins. You're the opium in my brain. You're nicotine right on my tongue. I'm Icarus saying you're the sun. You hurt me, but I come back for more. Venus flytrap carnivore. Won't stop until I die. Promise today is tomorrow's lie.
Got a song coming. She got a song coming. Fuse, she got a song coming. She got a song coming. Yeah, she got a song coming. I told you she got a song coming. Rock the show, get ready to roll. Get the gear packed up, get the gas to go. Pulled up to the jam, man, help from the hands. Need to unpack the set, so rock the band. People wanna get down to that hip hop sound. Get your drinks filled up, yo, what's about to go down? This is our birthright, we about to rock the night. Yo, what's food for your soul? SK was right. Then all of a sudden, yo, this girl says back. Guess I'm better than you, poker can't even rap. Yo, your skills is down, this is how you get down. Yo, you look a little nervous, what you gonna do now? With a drink in her hand, she stumbled over the bend. Bear flies through the air, hits the embassy den. Yo, it's time to black out. Once you cross the line, my heart filled with the rage as I start to shout. She got a song coming. She got a song coming. So stop and think and take a step back. Yo, ring the alarm, here go that soul slap. This is the battleground, this where we take a stand. Yo, public announcement from the soul man. She got a song coming. She got a song coming. Fuse, she got a song coming. She got a song coming. Yeah, she got a song coming. I told you she got a song coming. Come on, end the show, get ready to roll. Get the gear packed up, get the gas to go. Pulled up to the street, man, help from the peeps. Need to pack up to set another mission complete. People want to get down to that so rock sound. Bartender yells out, this is our last round. Half a glass is made, feels good to the brain. Gotta drive back the turns, trying to cool and maintain. Then all of a sudden, yo, this girl sets up and says, Fuse, rock the house, but your lyrics is butt. No breath control, rubbers could getting old. Yo, you need some more rehearsals, this is what I've been told. With a card in her hand, two crumble Fuse in her hand. Car flies through the air, hits my face, I'm like, damn. Yo, it's time to black out. Once she crossed the line, my heart filled with the rage, then I start to shout. She got a song coming. She got a song coming. So stop and think and take a step back. Yo, ring the alarm, here go that soul slap. This is the battleground, this where we take a stand. Yo, public announcement from the soul man.
love in the city, got friends in the city, got fam in the city, that's real. Plus we got hope in the city, got life in the city, that's the pulse of the city you can feel. You know the heartbeat of the city, unique to the city, something that you can't really put in words. Besides all the sights, sounds, and smells of the city, there's an energy that ain't in the burbs. The city got style, the city got substance, survival mind state, making something out of nothing. Story of the slums, young bucks and OGs, block parties, rent parties, just no tea. Community, youth leaders, teachers like Ujima, murals, street cleanup, small crooks, big dreamers. Don't get me wrong, though it ain't all good, but there's beauty in the neighborhoods, in the city.
We got love in the city.
Got war in the city, got dope in the city, got crime in the city, no doubt. Plus we got gangs in the city, got traps in the city, got rats in the city all around. Shit, I got jumped in the city, got robbed in the city, run up armed guns drawn by a cop in the city. Had a fiend stop me, no shame, no regret. Said she would give me head in exchange for a cigarette. I mean pain in the city, too much to say it all. High disease rates and low test scores, more than just one kind of turf war. Wanna see the real crooks go down in City Hall. A stick-up kid might shake you for your jacket. A politician can snatch up your life's assets. Slum laws, poverty pimps in action. Believe things are very drastic in the city.
We got love in the city.
Soul rock, y'all. Soul rock. Ha. The band called Fuse. Come on. That's how we do it. Hey, yo, Clock. Let her know what's up. Come on.
Coming from the soul, yo, deep from within. Make the body jump around, bounce and begin. Liberate the vibe, watch these fly transcend. Up above the clouds, let the heartbeat begin. King of rock, Chuck Berry, yeah, that's the name. Pioneered the way for the soul rebels to rage. Roll with the best, got the blues in the veins. Make the crowd rock with his guitar string. This is something that's not taught in class. For those of you who think you know, please don't ask. Ancient sounds echo from the players of the past. Bring it to the front, spread the love to the mass. Jimi Hendrix did the same thing in his time. Amplify the feedback, made Mary cry. Hit the cool riff that'll smash out your mind. Machine gun funk, you're the chef, but to die.
go, ha, it go, it go, it go. Hot damn, I am the champion. This jam bring life to a mannequin. Got my head high, feeling like the man again. F-U-S-E, let the champ begin. Ha, ha, you can't put a cramp in it. They say Jay, you're too fast for the cameraman. So rebel the squad, you understand in it? Need to get a good job and understand I got the skill to kill a bill that wills to chill. You ain't never heard of MC live or more real. We still the feel for real. So everybody get hype when you see fuses on the bill. Can't sit still, everybody move. Everybody get down, show them how we do. Everybody stand up, take off your cool and break all the rules. It's rebel music, y'all.
We call it soul ride. We let that music nod. You like the way it sounds. We get down. We call it soul ride. We let that music nod. You like the way it
Mary Fogarty.
Mary Fogarty. I'm sorry.
Look at the 3 o'clock spot. Where you at?
Yeah, but
Adrian
welcome
wasn't
back,
able to
Adrian.
make it.
Oh,
Adrian
that's
was
right.
there.
That's right. Mary Fogarty.
Oh, you know what? That's why you guys are saying Fogarty. It's Fogarty. There's no R
Like,
Oh,
before
Fogarty.
the G.
like Tom Fogarty, the singer, Tom Fogarty.
Right, Tom Fogarty.
They don't know about
They
that.
don't know him.
They don't know about Tom Fogarty.
Yes.
Tom Fogarty is one of the greatest singers.
We're back.
We're back. We're back.
Now
Happy
we're
Sunday.
We're
Happy
back
Sunday,
now.
everybody. We're here talking about a lot of stuff. Right
Yes,
now, we're
we
with
are.
Mary Fogarty.
Yes.
And you're here from CRC Health? Okay.
Yes.
And you can tell us about your organization and what you do?
Well, our organization is CRC Health. We're a behavioral health organization, which is primarily substance and mental health.
Okay.
Substance abuse and mental health
Okay.
treatment.
Okay.
So where you guys based out of?
California.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Out of California.
That's what's up.
We have 140 facilities throughout the country, though.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I primarily work for our Northeast Division. We have 6 facilities in Pennsylvania, 1 in North Carolina, Virginia, and then Florida.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
That is so cool.
No.
You run these? You run these things?
No, I don't.
You're like the representation.
I'm the regional service coordinator.
The
So
who? Say it again.
regional
Service
coordinator. So I help facilitate admissions. Very impressive, right?
I'm on my
Is
thing today.
this program free?
No, it's not.
Okay.
But do you get funding from the city, or is this all private? People have to pay to
National.
get.
It's actually a privately owned company, and we take health insurance, private pay. There are some opportunities for scholarships when it's necessary. We do take state funding. So
That's what's up.
What kind of rehabilitation are we talking about? Just drugs?
drugs and alcohol. We do have eating disorders. We have troubled youth. We have many different facets.
There's
Depression.
rehab for troubled youth.
There is rehab for troubled
Is
youth.
that like an addiction to be always in trouble?
And the youth.
And a youth on top of it. Well, what it really means is, someone who's borderline, someone who's, losing their way, someone who is out of control, out of their parents' control, possibly starting with some substance abuse, usually surrounding substance abuse.
Okay. I see where it's going with that. How do you bring back somebody who's on that borderline of being troubled? Like, let's say they're just. I mean, everyone has a story, right? I'm not sure I think most of these kids were good kids, except for me. I was a bad kid. I was a teenager.
Me too.
How do you know?
I don't know. I'm assuming. I don't know. No, I'm just speaking for myself. I don't want to say most of us are product of our environment. I don't know that because everyone has their story. But I pretty much after 15, I just rebelled, full blown rebellion. Like everything. But I learned as an adult that everything that I did was to hurt my dad. When I was just really hurting myself, like everything I did was just to out of spite to try to just get his attention. It really was. Like I think if my dad would have just put his foot down and
You just told him to go to hell.
No, he would have just because it depends. I mean, my dad just said F it. And I was just like,
Told him
what?
to go to hell. You just said no.
I probably did. I probably bitched and complained, and because of all that, he was like, I can't handle you. Peace. It's like,
I understand that. And
I feel like a lot of parents face that moment in their life that I just can't. I know I've heard of parents just giving their kid back to the state and said, I can't here.
Wow.
Yes.
Like it happens.
That's crazy.
So It's like because the kids are that bad, but I don't know if it's psychological. I don't know if it's now. Did I do drugs and alcohol? Yeah, the first time I ever overdosed on alcohol was 15, and they tried to put me in a program called Specta in Florida, and I looked at them like, listen, this is all, I'm here being a smart ass thinking I know it all. I'm like, it's all psychological bullshit. You can't, like, if I want to drink, I'm gonna drink. I know it's bad. I'm still gonna do it. Like, that's pretty much how much of an a-hole I was. So it was like, how do you how do you break down a person? Because I'm thinking most of rehab is voluntary. Most of rehab is like, you know what, I don't know how to stop. I can't. I'm going through withdrawal. I can't. But I want someone to help me. They have to want to be helped. Versus someone's like, listen, I don't think it's bad. Smoking pot's not bad. Drinking's not bad. I can control it. It's not my demise. My demise is the system. The system is holding me back, or whatever it is people say.
What do you think?
I understand exactly what you're saying. Most of the kids who we get into treatment are either mandated there by the courts because they're already in that place. Their drinking and drugging has brought them to a place where the courts have now intervened. Before that, we do get many, many parents who are quote unquote mandating their kids into treatment, like, hey, listen, you're going to go get some help, or that's going to be it, we're out. It's a difficult thing to say because it is. When you want help, you're going to accept the help. However, we've got so much training and so many professionals now who are really good at getting kids to decide they want help. There's now I work with an agency out on Long Island called LIAC also. I work in conjunction with them, and they are the Long Island Council for Alcohol and Drug Dependence, and they are really about prevention and education. So that's one piece. We're the treatment part when it's kind of too late for the prevention and the education. They're already into it. They've already gone down this road. They've already made the decision that they're going to, turn this way. Why everyone starts? Everyone has a different reason. Whether it's you want to walk into a party and feel like you're part of things, you're cool. Whether it's because someone hands you something and it makes you feel better about what's going on inside of you. Whether you have this big hole inside of you that needs to be filled and you can numb it out with drugs. Whether you've been traumatized. Whether you are a product of your environment. There are so many different things. Like you said, everyone has their story. However, once we can get them there, then we can start the education. We can teach them that alcoholism and drug addiction is a disease. Insurance companies pay for it.
Yeah.
How many things do you think insurance companies would pay for if they didn't have to?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's
it's a disease.
It's protected. It's protected by the Disability Act.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
And now there's the Parity Act, and that has helped a little bit with getting people treatment, because a lot of times one-time treatment isn't enough. Like you said, if someone's just decided that, but you can plant a seed. You can plant a seed in them. So our adolescent facilities are clinical, and they're also based in the 12-step philosophy.
I've never heard of the 12-step philosophy.
That's good. No, that's for the drug addicts and stuff like that. They get 12-step thing.
Yes.
You ever been to like an AA meeting and they have 12 steps?
See, all I learned in the whole process of my own, recovery
journey
is that you're always in recovery. That's why I try to stay away. Like sometimes I try to limit myself to 3 drinks, but sometimes it just passes that way. So you always have to keep that in mind. It's better not to drink at all. Like there's times I'm like, I just shouldn't drink at all. This is just it's bad, because even binge drinking is a form of alcoholism. So it's just one of those things. And those type of behaviors are more of a learned thing, like because your friends like, come on, another shot, come on. My girlfriend's got the thickest livers I've ever known, because they can take 10 shots and I'm fine, listen, I'm here 3 shots, I'm good.
Right.
But they're like, come on, don't be like that. That's like, even at this age, I'm getting peer pressure. Like,
Sure.
come on, don't be like that, don't be sucked, don't be a party pooper, whatever. Have another shot, and you're just like, no. There's times I'd be like, no, stop it. I'm gonna throw up on you.
So with all your education and all that you know and all that you've learned about yourself, sometimes you say yes anyway.
Yeah,
so
it happens.
The philosophy, this is my own personal opinion now, I don't know if it's that of CRC Health, but my own personal philosophy is you need to tell a kid a little bit more than just say no.
Yeah.
Just say no, don't do that. There's so many other pressures. And then if you are an addict or you are an alcoholic, there's different brain chemistry going on. They've proven that it lights up different centers in the brain. So you have someone who has a completely different physical reaction. The 5 of us sitting here, maybe one of us is an alcoholic or an addict. So we're going to react differently, even though we could all grow up in the same household, we could all grow up in the same neighborhood, we could all grow up with the same influences, negative and positive. And it won't matter because that's correct. Everyone's going to respond to them differently. So if you are an addict or you are an alcoholic, what we need to do is educate you. Abstinence, if you are an alcoholic or an addict, is the only way to maintain.
So you can't just like have one drink.
Not even one drink.
Not even one.
See, guys, you can't.
How do you guys determine whether the person really does have a problem?
They need to determine that. We
Okay.
give them all of the education. We can do the assessments. Clearly, if someone's life is out of control due to the use and abuse of alcohol and drugs, there's usually something very wrong.
Right.
And we can say it, but for them to say it is really key, like you said, for them to understand. So it's our job to detox their bodies, assess them mentally, emotionally, physically, make sure that they're okay that way, and then give them an education as to what the disease is about. Do you have the disease? What are your consequences from using? What effect is it having on your life? What effect is it having on your family's life? Usually it affects
It affects everybody around.
it
whoever has
affects
the problem.
everyone around them. So that's who you're going to see the first signs in. Actually, you can usually tell when there's an alcoholic or a drug addict in the family by the family.
I have a question.
Sure.
Can you force someone into rehab? Like,
I mean, the court has to
Would that
mandate.
The court has to mandate it.
You can literally it depends. If you're a parent, you can literally let's say, parents won't do it, but let's say your kids acts out, right? And acts out for drug. I'm going through an experience here, but not through my own. And you call the cops and the cops takes them away. They go to court. You tell the court, I can't handle my kid. I need him in rehab. The judge will order it.
It's a process.
what if it's not what if it's an adult?
You would
No.
have to prove. Well, it depends. Like if it's an extreme, where you can have a power of attorney over the parent in the medical condition, like they can't take care of themselves because they're out of control, and I'm gonna have to take care of them. Then the court can give you that power of attorney over that person. But that's a very, very intense process. You have to prove that that person is completely out of control because there's functional alcoholics,
Right.
functional drug addicts.
So what if the person is a functional alcoholic and a functioning drug addict?
The judge won't do it.
Let her
The judge
answer
won't do
that.
it.
Let her answer that.
It's,
What do you
it's going
think?
to be very, very difficult. Rehab is a voluntary thing, okay? Where we are, our drug and alcohol rehab, there are some that are locked down facilities. We are not.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
We are voluntary. People can come and go as they please. We are not a locked facility. We have people who leave against medical advice all the time, although we try not to.
You're saying it's not a jail.
Absolutely not a jail.
Now,
Absolutely not a
in
jail.
regards
It's a
to
treatment center.
what we're talking
It's a
about
treatment center,
troubled
yes.
teens, and in regards to the topic, most of the issues with troubled teens, I don't know if it's all of them, but most of the issues that why kids are bad, or why kids act out or vandalize or just do whatever it is, from prostitution to drug dealing to using to all that, is it a big factor associated with drug addiction and alcohol? Like, are the reasons that they're doing it because of that?
Well, in our area, I live out east on the island, and of course what we're seeing more now out there than it has been in the past in urban areas, and that's the stereotype is, this is happening in urban areas and all of that. And I feel like it's unfortunate that now that it's starting to happen and it's pushing further east and it's pushing out into Pennsylvania and Connecticut, now everyone's becoming more aware of it. However, awareness is awareness, so that's a good thing. What we're seeing is maybe someone from, I can't say your generation, but from my generation, where we snuck into mom and dad's liquor cabinet or, the cooler or something like that and grabbed a beer. They're sneaking into the medicine cabinet. And they're grabbing OxyContin, Vicodin, all of these things. So I'm getting to your point about why they're doing what they're doing. So what we're seeing is what used to take, say someone is an addict or an alcoholic, what used to take 10 to 15 to 20 years to progress to a point where people are breaking the law, getting arrested for DWI, breaking in, prostituting themselves to get what they need. You now have kids who are beginning with the most addictive substance there is. So even if you have kids who maybe were not going to be alcoholics or addicts, they're starting with something that makes you addicted to it, whether you have the propensity for it or not.
Or try different things, just like the sniffing of the like the aerosol.
Yeah, I have a friend addicted to that.
Even that, okay? But with the opiates, and you know, they're written like candy prescriptions now. So what's happening is they'll start off with OxyContin, Vicodin, Xanax. They'll go to a party, and maybe they're playing pong, right? They're playing beer pong or something, and then they have a salad bowl filled with drugs, and they just pop a couple of drugs. Okay.
Oh yeah, and this, in my opinion, harder drugs are in suburban areas, and the number one reason is, I believe, is because that's where, you know, these are parents that are upper middle class, have money, give their kids whatever they want, and then these kids are bored out of their mind most of the time. And I mean, I remember I used to live in Florida in Pembroke Pines. Pembroke Pines used to be one of the most like prominent suburban neighborhoods. I used to go to parties, like the parents were never home. They would go away on work trips and whatever. We had houses to ourselves. We used to have drug parties, ecstasy, all kinds of cocaine, everyone lines on the table. You would think this is only in a disco club right now.
Or
this
in
was
a
in
movie.
a suburban area.
It happens.
It happens. You think Kids was a joke?
Kids? No.
What I've seen is worse than what you see in the movie Kids. Like, I've seen some crazy stuff.
All right. What do you think?
It's
about
true.
that?
So what I think
because
about
it's in the
that,
suburbs.
well, that is exactly what's happening, and it is out in the suburbs. And what's happening is they then turn very, very quickly, usually within 3 months to 6 months, to heroin. So now you have very pure heroin, which is out on the streets. It's in schoolyards. It's in my neighborhood. It's everywhere. Okay, and I live almost in the Hamptons. We were just talking about that.
I'd like to get off the topic. So you think heroin may be the destination from which all points lead to heroin?
Heroin is the destination.
Sooner or later?
We are admitting it's very, very rare now that we admit into one of our adolescent facilities a kid who's just using alcohol and even marijuana.
Who hasn't just, right.
Right. We're admitting heroin addicts, opiate addicts, who last year were on the honorable IV 10 to 15 bags a day of heroin.
And we're talking 16-year-olds.
We're talking 15, 16, 17, from the 15 to 30-year-old age group.
Right.
You're not talking about people who've been living in the streets for 15 years and are using dope.
Wow.
We're talking about kids who last year were cheerleaders, honor roll, honor students,
nice parents, nice good families.
Church, school, education, all the right stuff. Right. And this is who you're ending up in rehab.
So you may start with Vicodin
Correct.
Or marijuana.
Right.
Sooner or later.
It usually starts with
drugs.
marijuana. It usually starts with marijuana because, you know, they'll get a joint and they'll smoke a joint or a blunt.
After
or,
a while, they'll bump into somebody else with more harder
correct.
stuff.
And then the heroin is fast because they can't afford the prescription drugs. The prescription drugs on the street are very expensive. It's anywhere from $20 to $60 a pill. These kids are having to use 15, 20 pills a day. This is why we're having break-ins. We're having daytime break-ins from people's houses who they know. We're having prostitution going on. You know, there's all of those things. Yes, of course, they're contributing factors because when you are a heroin addict, you have to do whatever you have to do. And what's happening is these kids are not having fun. They pass the point of party very quickly. It's not about having party. It's just about not being sick. They just don't want to be sick from the withdrawals.
Yeah, heroin gives you strong withdrawals.
Very, very strong withdrawals.
They're too young to deal with the withdrawal symptoms.
So they want to stay high.
They want to stay high.
Because they're not
Now,
sick.
are you putting these kids on methadone while they're going through the process?
Well, we use Suboxone sometimes for our detox. We have a doctor in one of our facilities who usually ends his Suboxone treatment at about 6 months. The issue with Suboxone long-term is it's very addictive. So then you have someone who's gone from, you know, heroin to another addictive substance.
Right.
Correct. So really, we would like to see abstinence long-term. We don't want them sick. That's the problem. Also, when you're withdrawing from alcohol or a benzodiazepine, which is Xanax, Valium, any of those things, okay? What happens is you can seize, your body can seize. When you are withdrawing from an opiate, no, you won't die. So the problem is you have kids who don't want to get sick, and the ERs a lot of times won't take them because they're not going to die from. They're not going to die from the withdrawal. They're going to want to die. They're going to feel like they're dying.
So
but they're
it's
not
possible that they can get off without taking a substitution for.
They can. They
just
have
gotta
to be
go through
willing
the
to go
withdrawal.
through the withdrawals.
Yeah. Now,
It's very sad.
actually, I'm not. How do you prevent that? I mean, I remember the campaigns that they did to prevent, like, educate us about drugs and why they're bad, like the DARE campaigns. And I remember this is how the in the hood the mentality was, like, yeah, blunts are okay, but I wouldn't F with that white stuff, right? That's just because, they're like, weed's not bad, it's just high and stupid. But they see what happens, like, I don't want to be cracked out. It's like the fear of that image and being that person prevented them from going there. I haven't really seen a lot of campaigns for drug prevention. I've seen, like, the ones where, I forgot the website right now, but the ones where you see that there's a kid that's high and then somebody's playing with them like they're puppets.
Yeah, I saw that.
You see that one, or the one that the girl's like they're like passed out and they paint her face and everybody laughs at
I saw
her.
that one too.
But you don't see it like heavy like before. Even the little kid
Check,
that's waiting
check.
for his brother and his brother forgot to pick him up because he was high. Like
The
some.
girl sinking into the seat. She's like sinking.
Oh
over.
yeah, like she's flaccid. Yeah. So but I don't see it hardcore like in the 90s.
Check,
It was a little more hardcore.
Like,
was.
this is your brain.
1, 2, 1, 2.
Well, this is your brain on drugs. But what we see now is, and we've started in Nassau County, Long Island Council on Alcohol and Drug Dependence. I love these. I am a proponent of theirs. I think they do a great job. They have 2 posters. One is your typical college boy. And, you could tell he was maybe a star athlete or whatever. He just looks athletic, very clean cut, all of those things. And it says, if you think it's difficult getting him off to college, try getting him off heroin. And then
Wow.
there's another one of a girl, teenage girl, lying on her bed, face down with her knees up, texting her girlfriend. And it says she's on Facebook, Twitter, and heroin.
Wow.
She said Facebook, Twitter. Wow.
Wow.
That's
Okay.
powerful.
Yeah.
It is powerful, very powerful. They have them in the bus stops in Nassau County, in the window in the bus stops. And I just think that we need to educate them more. And I've heard kids say who, I've helped to admit into rehab later on, heroin is a filthy drug. Heroin's a dirty drug. They know this. They know this. There
But it's
has
the
to be another
addiction.
step. It's the addiction. There has to be another step in prevention. And what I found with the DARE program is that stops in 6th grade, which is when usually people start getting high. So
Really? That's
so
crazy.
early.
why are,
Oh my
well,
goodness.
it's the truth. 11, 12, 13 years
Wow.
old, these kids are using. Whether it's alcohol, 10. Alcohol, marijuana, and people consider it so harmless, or smoking cigarettes is so harmless. Well, thank God they're just smoking cigarettes, or thank God they're just smoking weed, or thank God they just stole a beer.
That's how it starts, though, right?
That's how it starts. It's still all
I've seen
gateway.
kids younger than that.
Yeah.
Well, I grew up in Colombia, and a lot of the homeless kids, they would actually sniff cement glue, just rubber cement, just to get high and so they won't be hungry.
Right.
Wow, that's so sad.
But then they
And
would
I
have
was
to.
their
but
age.
Where
I
would they
remember
get the
seeing
cement
this.
glue from?
They will steal it.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
It's easy
Which
to-
leads them to.
To delinquency. I mean, it's kind of difficult. There's no. I feel like, unfortunately, because curiosity. I mean, even as adults, I've had friends. I'm like, yo, I want to experience this psychedelic, euphoric experience of the curiosity. That I know more adults that are doing like trips and mushrooms, and they just want to escape whatever reality, because for some reason they can't cope. They can't deal. And it's funny. I forgot. I can't remember where I saw. I think it was in a magazine, an advertisement that. Why is it that our previous generations were able to cope with stress, and now every time someone's too stressed, we want to pop a pill in them? Like our parents had it harder than us, and they didn't have to take no pills or nothing crazy. And now the little bit of anxiety that, okay, I'm going through anxiety. Here's a Xanax. Shut up. Like it's. I feel like people just can't cope, or we're not teaching people how to handle certain stress levels. I'm not sure if these kids are stressed or they're just bored, but it's so
Boredness.
many factors that I feel like it's more important to saturate them with education and just say, look, this is what's going to end up to you. This is what's going to happen.
You know what I like? That there's this thing on YouTube. It shows people who are taking meth, and how they change.
They get old.
Within, like,
is crystal meth a big issue? Because I know in Florida, crystal meth is a horrible issue.
Crystal meth is a big issue, especially in the more rural communities, because they make it. They can mix it and make it themselves. So that is a big issue. But what we're finding right now in the tri-state area, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, is opiates.
Wow.
That is the biggest problem
crazy.
right now. We have like a whole generation of kids who are turning to heroin.
No,
It's just
and
crazy.
I know you work for CRC Health, and this is going to be a question that I'm totally against, but I'm going to ask you.
Okay.
The legalizing of drugs, that's been a big topic, especially in the community, and I'm totally against it. But because I said, listen, you're making it like the different, like, oh, they did it in Portugal and they do it in Amsterdam, and the crime rate went down, and then da-da-da. I think it's ridiculous for anyone to go to jail for consuming drugs. I think that's silly. I think they need rehab. There's no way they're going to get rehab in prison.
Right.
Unless they're forcing them to go through withdrawal and go crazy. But I would assume that an organization like CRC Health would be totally against the legalization of drugs, but I'm not sure.
I cannot speak for their views on that whatsoever. However, I don't see. Let's just ask the question: has legalizing alcohol
Helped anything?
Have there
Nope.
been any less alcoholics around? Any less crime because of it?
There was more crime when it was illegal, when it was
I think if
prohibition.
they legalize the drug, it's gonna be crazy.
It'll
If
be-
in my opinion, and this is what people don't get about America. America is a consumer-driven market. We are pro-capitalist to the 10th power. And I don't know how Portugal is. I don't know how Amsterdam is. I don't know if they literally market drugs. But if we legalize drugs in America, we will market it like it is the best thing on earth. And you will have more
Absolutely.
people addicted to it than ever before because we're consumers.
But that's the whole thing.
We have 10 shirts of different colors in the same kind of brand. It's
See,
like, you know?
the thing is, it's not so much the money is not in the what's the word I'm looking for? Getting people off the drugs. What's the word I'm looking for?
It's not in rehabilitating.
Not in the
them.
rehab.
It's in
It's
keeping them
It's in the
going.
treatment. The money is. It's just like this is like HIV. They have a cure for HIV, but they're not going to put it out because the money's not in the cure. The money's in the treatment. You know, I used to work at a healthcare facility for people that had the virus.
Yeah, that's wrong.
If you have a cure for the virus, I'm out of a job.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So there's millions upon millions of dollars that's
Yeah.
being generated with this medicine and these rehabs and stuff like that. So not with you, of course,
I
but
understand.
you know, the whole overall idea is the fact that the money is in the treatment. So therefore, it wouldn't really be too smart from a business standpoint to get people off the drugs, right?
No.
Maybe,
Well,
possibly.
I mean, listen, I have heard my bosses say, you know, we would really like to work ourselves out of a job because think
Right.
about it. We are in America. There's always going to be another way to earn money.
Exactly.
Saving people's lives. I mean, that's really what our whole company is about, is
Right.
changing lives, saving lives, helping families. So if we work ourselves out of a job, I would be pretty happy. And, you know, I know my boss is going to go, that's nice, but that's
But do you think that can
But
be
that's
possible?
success,
You think
though.
that's
Do I
possible?
think it could be possible? I don't know if it's possible.
Because there's a new generation coming
There's a
up.
new generation coming. It depends if we educate them. We need to save them.
Right. You mean?
And as far as the stress goes, I don't know. I think, but I tend to be a little bit old-fashioned in my values, my personal
That's cool.
values too, okay? There is so much stress. There's so much information. There's
Now
hardly
that-
any
yeah.
families left. There's so much input
so much
into
distractions,
so much
television,
distraction.
internet.
There's so much information. There's sex. There's drugs. There's money. So much of the stuff that we would consider not terrific, you know, not great, or I hate to use the word bad, like they're being bad. They're just being products of what's being pumped into them constantly.
Right. And then if they
Proud of their
don't
parents.
have an iPhone, or if they don't have a Facebook, or if they
Right.
don't have a Twitter, then it's like,
Right.
well, you don't have a Twitter.
But the stress of
What's
all
wrong with
of
you, you
that,
know?
I don't know about you, but I remember kindergarten. Remember kindergarten? For me, it was,
Sesame
like
Street.
that little, not even.
Sesame
They didn't even
Street.
have Sesame
You
Street.
have Sesame
Okay?
Street?
No, I
Okay,
know
all
I
right,
look
okay,
really
okay.
young.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
No, you know that poster, like everything I need to know I learned in kindergarten, like,
Right.
hold hands when you cross the street,
Right.
have milk and cookies, nap in the afternoon.
Simple stuff.
Be kind to each other, treat people the way you want to be treated, all of that stuff. Kids now in kindergarten need to learn so much just so they can survive first grade. I feel like we're pumping so much into them.
It's
And I'm not
crazy.
against education. I love education. I educate my children. I send them to college. Things like that. That's not what I'm saying. It's the outside pressures. How many moms are home anymore?
Yeah.
How many moms are home?
Have you guys
Our
heard
dads.
about that bad batch of cocaine that's on the streets of LA,
Oh,
New
that's
York?
eating up your skin.
That the one that causes your skin to rot. They're mixing it with livestock dewormer, and it's on the streets of New York and LA right now.
That's probably
Leave
because
the cocaine alone.
that's probably payback for something
I mean,
something
there's
happened.
a-
Something
there's
happened
people
along
that-
the pipeline, and the person is supplying it is probably paying them back now. Like, okay, maybe his son got
Well,
locked up or
since
something.
Vanessa's from Colombia, I want you to speak on this a bit more. Now,
You know what's a good dream? Oh, you know Dream.
I learned this all when I was 6 years old. No.
Oh, sorry. No, a good movie to watch that will make you, I would hope, will make you not want to touch one.
Scarface?
No. Requiem of a Dream.
Oh yeah, I
Maria
yes,
Full of
yeah,
Grace?
movie.
No, that
Maria
makes
Full
you
of
just want to
Grace.
like.
The Cream 4 dream.
No, if you see Requiem of a Dream, you have
Forgery.
It's-
Marlon Wayans is in that movie,
Yeah.
in the most serious role I've ever seen him in.
Yeah, he was.
Um,
The
Yeah,
most.
Jared Leto.
Jennifer Connelly.
Yeah, Oh my God, you will see how drugs will grab you and take you
Even
apart.
the mom from The Exorcist. I forget her name.
Every
I wanna
That
see
movie is so
done with, like,
depressing.
Can you write down?
Requiem of a Dream. You want to
Queen
teach your
for a
kids.
Dream.
I mean, how do you feel about like that? Like, let's say education wise, right? I'm thinking, like, I remember they allowed me to see Kids. You remember Kids? The movie Kids?
I didn't see it, no.
It's a very intense movie.
Intense movie.
And
My
it's
mother
like-
made me watch that with her.
Yeah, and they're basically parents doing that. Parents saying, "Sit down, watch this. This is what can happen," and you're just like,
They don't care.
right? Same thing. Requiem of a Dream. This is what can happen. Like, it's one of those. How do you teach your kids? I mean, really, how? Like, sometimes in the Latin families, like, if you give them a little bit of alcohol when they're young, they get used to it. They get that curiosity out of them. Like, it's just alcohol. Like, it's no big deal. Whereas people feel like when you inhibit a child from doing something that they want to try or curious to do, you make them want to do it more. They're going to want to do it. They're going to be like, oh, she's like in another very sad movie, Alpha Dog.
I don't remember, but I have to see it again.
It's like, oh my goodness, it was so sad. It was just because the parent or the mother was so overbearing that the child was just like, oh, let me breathe, woman, and he just literally ran away and did all these crazy things, but then ended up,
That's what it does.
dead. So it was like, but it was like me, there's some parents, I've been in rooms where the dad and son are smoking pot together, or
That's what the cocaine does.
Oh my God.
So what do you say about
Like,
parents that smoke in front of their kids and
Like,
stuff?
Well,
there's two.
what do you say to that? I mean, what do you say? What do you say?
Stop smoking in front of your
Stop
kid.
smoking in front of your kids.
And then you
Stop
wonder
sm-
why your kid's an addict now.
Right, you wonder why your kid's an addict. You wonder why you think it's okay. Why they think it's okay. And I think what's worse is when you're sneaking smoking.
I've
Yeah,
seen
'cause
that.
they
too.
catch
If
it.
you think that your kids
Kids
don't
don't
know
know.
what you're
They know.
doing, you're
sadly
dreaming.
mistaking.
That's right. They absolutely know what you're doing. It's like having that proverbial big pink elephant in the middle of the living room that nobody's talking about, And the disease itself lends to secrecy and lying and all of those things. So it just perpetuates a whole big mess. And I have 5 children. If I had an instruction book, I would need an instruction book for each one of them because every single one of them are completely different. So I can't sit here. I'm not an expert on parenting. I can't sit here and say what's the right thing to do, what's not the right thing to do. But what I can say as a parent is when I do what I think is best for my child individually, together as a group, whether it's treat them all the same, whether it's teach them what I know, then I can lay my head down at night and know that I did everything I could. If I get as much education as I can, if I live in the guidelines of the law in the land that we live in, if I don't use drugs, if I don't use alcohol, all of those things, then I can sit and say, you know what, that's going to be bad for you. This is what happened when I did it. This is what happened when my friend did it. This is what, you know. I was out of control too when I was young. And you know what? I buried 6 of my friends before I was 22 years old.
Wow.
And
what was your wake-up call?
The first 5 didn't stop me. My parents were my wake-up call. My parents came and knocked on the door and said, no, you're done. This is it. You're done. And right before that, I had a conversation with one of my friends that I had grown up with about how are we going to stop doing this? How are we going to, change our lives back to the way we know they should be? Because I knew what I should do and what I should not do. And what I was doing was not what I should be doing. My parents intervened, and 11 days later, he had died, and I had stopped doing what I was doing.
Wow.
So it was number 6, but that certainly didn't stop it. And I don't know, kids are invincible.
So does it all boil down to you being ready? Is that
you
is
have
that
to be
what
the parent? We have to be the parents. We have to be the community. You know how they say, like, it takes a whole community to raise a child? We, as a community, have to be able to support these kids and
not look down on them and stuff like you're better than them or something.
Exactly. Give them education. Use prevention. I mean, prevention, they say, works. So let's try prevention. Let's try education. But let's start it very early, and let's not stop it when they're at the age where most of them start to pick up.
Right. We got somebody in the chat room that said, it's a money game. Doctors get kickbacks from the drug companies for pushing their products, so they prescribe them more often.
Like, do people in your community get politically involved in those cases? Because, I mean, that is a sad thing.
Now, I'm not talking from CRC, but yes, from my community where I live, and this is my personal opinion, yes. We have been getting involved. I've been involved with the Mauritius Community Center, and we're just beginning now some parent information exchange. Like, I know it sounds so basic, but who are your kids spending time with? Who do you see? Who are they with? What's the phone numbers? What is the family like? What's going on at home? What are they doing after school? What are they doing during school? All of those things, just that parent information exchange, because a lot of times parents have no idea.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, to all my friends that are parents right now, I know your kids are still pretty young, but they're starting younger. I mean, I know when now in my time, everyone was starting like around 14, but now they're starting around 10.
Yes.
So it's like there's not a lot of things around 10. So I'm like, ooh, I don't remember that.
I think we need to take a break.
Oh, is it break time already?
But can you give us your website again for the
Sure,
viewers?
it's crchealth.com.
All right.
CRC.
And you can research all the facilities.
And like if people want to go.
Absolutely. People can go and look.
And just
and it'll explain what each facility does and how it helps.
Okay. And then
locations.
Locations are New York City, Long Island.
We right now don't have any locations. We have an assessment office in Midtown.
Okay.
Right outside of Penn Station, where if you need an admission, we can come and you can come there and we can assess you. But right now, my bosses know that when I come out to California, I'm going to be telling them that we need some inpatient treatment centers, especially for adolescents and for young adults in New York and Long Island.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much.
It's a large community, yes.
Yeah, I mean, but it makes sense. I mean, why are these kids troubled? Why are they acting out? Why are they doing all these things? I mean, the topics that we were discussing were in regards to being promiscuous, being violent, drug abuse, low self-esteem. I mean, I feel like drugs have been a big part of all those factors, all those contributing factors. So I do appreciate that you spoke a little bit and you touched upon like every little thing.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
And give the website one more time.
It's www.crchealth.com.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And we'll be back. We'll be going on a short break. Yeah.
Very good.
Oh, wow.
Were you like this?
music now. You like the way it sounds. We get down. They call it soul rock. We let that music knock. You like the way it sounds. We get down. They call it soul rock. We let that music knock. You like the way it sounds. We get down.
Out of my window, I see the rain two-step. Dancing for life, casts a shadow like a silhouette. The deep sky scattered the trails of my fears. Clouds heavy with the shame, that's why we shed some tears. This is a letter and a testament to my desire. A troubled soul flies away from the brush fire, only to drown in the ocean of confused thoughts. Moments of you, organic love, never store bought. Sweet words rock me to sleep. Your voice is soothing, your scent is the adrenaline rush. You got me moving. Sweet bath water, yo, the steam starts to rise. Soft man goes the thoughts, make my nature rise. I love the way you walk, the way you speak my name. It's soft notes slide off your lips like morning rain. I see that moonlight shine through your eyes bright. SOS, call for me to come, yo, we spend the night.
It's raining, it's pain in my heart. It seems like we stop before we start. Some days I just can't walk away. So twisted love carries me.
What would we be if the seas never split apart? Queen of the South, expressions of romantic art. Dreams of when we used to take walks in the park. Swing your hands back and forth, seduction in my heart. You told me that you like the way I stimulate that mind. It sends a warm feeling, pulse beats between your thighs. It causes my imagination, yo, to climb high. Another plateau to reach and see my hungry eyes. Feel my pain, there's a chance to be united. Flames of love, keep my vision far-sighted. Above the valley peaks, below the deepest sea, a treasure box full of love, and you hold the key. I extend my hand to reach inside your deep heart, but it keeps drifting away. I don't know where to start. Like Otis Redding, I've been loving you for too long. Listen close, this is pain in the form of soul songs.
It's pain in my heart.
Out of my window,
It seems like we stop before we start.
out of my window.
Some days I just can't walk away.
Out of my window.
Twisted love carries me.
the look of sadness in her eyes. Thoughts about her life, should she stay or take flight? No love left from the father who she trusts. Assassinates her character when Helen speaks up. Mom plays the mouse sitting quiet by the sink, unsure of what to think. Her tears are bloody pink, fearful of his rage, consumed by the pain. Helen tries to calm the storm before the blaze. Stole her innocence, and Dad plays the thief. Helen's glass is empty, powerless and weak. He kicks her while she's down, whispers, "Yo, you ain't shit." The impact from his boot made her cough blood and spit. Friends at the school, they always wonder why. Blacked out shades, even in the night sky. Silence is survival, move below the radar. Trying to make her way through life, dreams seem so far.
House she goes should at least be a brief retreat from the reality she knows. A peaceful sleepover, but what she will behold, what she will go through, you wouldn't wish it on your biggest foe. She didn't want police involved, she keeps closed and keeps hope that she can endure till she leaves home. But when she's alone, laying in bed, her own flesh and blood, her own grandfather grabbed and molested her. As if she hadn't been through hell enough. This pathetic scum touched her how he wasn't meant to touch, and keeps it up. She keeps it bottled in, cause he tells her she's bad, or tells her she wants it. Grandma's oblivious to the heart, at least that's the part that she plays. Another common little housewife, another outright common accomplice, married to a monster, not acknowledging the consequence. For her freedom, biding her time, writing helps with the healing. Helen's getting ready like she's preparing for battle. She wants to travel, get a degree, go to grad school. Remarkable strength, quiet intelligence, acquired the skills, a survivor in every sense. Went through the fire and came out alive. Helen's past had to burn for her future to rise. Welcome to the here and now. The there and later makes it sound safer, but that's the easy out. Check it out, we got advances all over the atlas. Whatever you want, you got access. Whatever the problem, you can track it. They don't know my question, but they got the answers. We can rebuild Atlantis, bring back life from the Jurassic, cancel disease, cure famine. It's more than a dream, it's already happening. Technology, biology, my apologies if you don't follow me. See, this philosophy, it sounds kinda deep, but it's just not a topic we touch commonly. But there's a common need to get a hold of the plot. We on bar whether we know it or not. You can pray it keeps going, I hope that it stops, but the concern should be, are we gonna control it or not?
When the sun don't shine the same, when your friends don't hear you call, when your skin don't feel the rain, when there ain't no time to talk, when you know something is off, when it comes down to the why, who will decide?
And it goes. Time keeps ticking, designs keep flipping, the mind keeps thinking. Signs keep blinking, the rhyme scheme switching. It's not science fiction. This is design your own child. Reverse engineering of the mind and it's wild. Crying out loud, barely wrap my head around it or fully comprehend it even if I read about it. Astounding, exponential, and we know we're even near the threshold. We can never get enough, it's endless. They say more's law, the pun's intended. Is it another case of man trying to play God? Or is it possible for man to create God? Do we take charge or shatter like clay pots? Left to fend for ourselves with no escape pod. When they finally make super intelligence, would that really make humans irrelevant? We rely on computers for everything as it is, damn it, we settle this now.
When the sun don't shine the same, when your friends don't hear you call, when your skin don't feel the rain, when there ain't no time to talk, when you know something is off, when it comes down to the why, who will decide?
You in the middle of a danger zone. Silicone drone gon' save the soul. Killer sound waves that invade the skull. Sick to your stomach from a basic tone. Wish I could say it ain't so. Inspect the data, trying to make a damn Star Trek replicator. Build like hell, ask questions later. No regulation and neglect the danger. We get left with the mess, we're dispensable. They're 2 steps away from invisible. What they really wanna be is invincible. But nobody wants to die, that's a simple truth. So for real, can you blame them? The one thing they neglect to address is who decides who gets the effects. Who feels the fear you're really upset? Who has the privilege of the success? Instead of haves and the have-nots, so what's up? Whose utopia are we moving closer to? Cause I ain't down with up in the elite few. What we do now is get the power to the people, y'all.
When the sun don't shine the same, when your friends don't hear you call, when your skin don't feel the rain, when there ain't no time to talk, when you know something is off, when it comes down to the why, who will decide?
Peekaboo, you can't have none. And we are back. Karan's bringing us back.
I'm bringing you back. You just brought us
You
back.
didn't say anything.
Well, you brought us back.
I
then.
mean, well, then great.
Don't tell me I'm
Well,
bringing us
okay.
back if you bringing us
I'm
back.
just letting you know
I
you didn't
missed
bring
it.
us back.
I missed it between y'all two. I really have.
Yeah, you know,
Love
you
you.
filling her spot really good when she's not here.
I always felt her spot good though.
Exactly. I was
tell
just,
people-
girl, if you don't get out of my head,
I tell people all the time.
give me this pen.
I
Girl,
show
she
up
got
every week
this
and get
good
picked
pen.
on.
That's a good pen.
This is a great pen.
Fine.
And
yes, but we're here with Silent Night.
we're back with Silent Night. SK.
I got it.
What is your real name, SK? No one knows.
Whatever. Now, Mary.
If the cameras aren't on, I feel your boobs right now.
Oh, wow.
Oh, if we do it now, again,
I was talking to Silent Night.
Oh, no. He doesn't have moves.
Violation.
But I can touch. From I get jealous.
Oh yeah, From I just like
Spaz out.
You know.
Where's Fran? Fran hasn't been here.
Yeah, where's Fran?
Where's Ferran?
Hey, Fran.
He's on vacation.
Where?
Mental
He's in the
vacation.
Bahamas right now.
Oh, okay.
He was lost in Mary's eyes.
all inclusive.
Yeah, he
He
was.
needs a break from y'all.
He was like, yeah. Look, everybody else was talking. He was like, yeah. So what do you think?
I know you missed it.
Yeah, Lizette. Yeah, Lizette. You and your
shut
brother.
up.
So what do you
And
think,
you
Mary?
love it. That's why you always
you
talk
think,
about
Mary?
it. Because you listen, I'm not here for nothing. This is a stepping stone for me.
Oh.
All right. Well, keep on stepping,
I'm going
Stone.
BLS. You talking about crazy?
Oh.
Kissing after dark.
Oh yeah.
Don't
So
play with me.
we're here with
Enjoy.
Silent Night. We can't forget about Silent Night, and then we're talking
Silent
about. But fun. We know what we were thinking about. We were thinking about doing a show with Fran, a dating show.
Oh.
So for the love of Fran, what do you think?
For the love of
He wants a
No.
Caucasian woman.
No, it should be called Ferran the Don.
That's specific.
Ferran
I just
the
show up and get picked
Don.
Ferran
on
the
every
Don.
week. yo.
Who's lover?
Every week they
Don.
pick on me.
No.
Ferran
I
the
just
Don.
show up and get picked on.
All right, let's talk about Silent Night. Silent Night, talk about
Let's
yourself.
talk about that name.
Yes.
You were
Silent
like
Night.
a Christmas fan or something?
I'm a Christmas fan.
Okay.
No, not really, but kind of. But first of all, it's Silent Night with a K. K-N-I-G-H-T. And,
Yeah, like a night. Like
yeah,
fighting.
like a night.
Oh, you thought it was silent. Oh, okay. That's what I mean. Like, what's up with
That's what it
Silent
says
Night?
right here.
Like, are you a warrior?
Yeah.
Are you fighting for truth, justice?
Yep, you
What
got
is-
it. All that.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, I mean, that's where the name came from. It was, especially growing up, I was always quiet, shy,
No.
to myself.
But you want
Hard
no
to
But
punk.
give him a mic, and you're good.
Yeah.
And
And
he's-
exactly.
Becomes
But I
like
wasn't.
transforms.
Ain't no
He's
punk.
like Arthur.
He ain't no job turkey.
No, for real.
Exactly. See?
I like it.
I remember
like
from my birthday, you were dragging me out to go out, and I didn't want to. I'm like, "Ugh, I don't want to go out. You know, I'm a homebody. And I'm like,
have to
I don't
see
want to go
us,
out. And she's like,
please.
oh, come on, it's gonna be really fun. I'm like, fine. So I go. I'm like super tired, and they were so good. I was like up. I was like,
Is that the lineup, right?
Yeah, she went to the line.
That was this
I was
year?
like,
At
yeah.
the
I was
Grizzly
like,
Pair.
Okay, I just caught you in a live, Vanessa.
Why?
On your birthday, I called you and I said, do you want to go to Applebee's and have drinks? And you said, no, I'm just going to stay home. And now I'm hearing that you went to a party with Silent Night.
Yo, I had to,
a girl
like-
got to do what a girl
Wait,
got
she
to
said
do.
she wanted to stay home.
I was like, come on, man.
But she didn't.
I
I'm
forced
stay out of
her.
it.
She did force me.
I forced
Girl,
her.
I was
and
going
I
to
was
treat
glad.
you to
I was
Applebee's.
glad you forced me.
I was going to treat you to, I had a 2-for-1 coupon.
That's right. Silent Night is part of a band called Fuse, and it's a pretty dope. I don't know if you guys have been listening
It's not
to, during the
domestic
break.
violence.
We know Fuse.
Yeah, if you guys were listening during the break, the band called Fuse. Silent Night's one of the lead vocals, and with SQ, right? What happened? I don't know.
They all fall out. All right.
Sorry.
Yeah, with Soul Clock
Thanks.
on there. Yes.
Yes. Basically that's the album we were playing. Sucker
Punch Gospel.
Say it again.
Sucker Punch
So,
Gospel.
saying it
I
backwards.
like that.
Sucker
Yeah.
Gospel.
Were you part of making the name of the title of the album?
I was part of okaying and agreeing to the album.
I wonder
title.
was it
No, yeah,
the
we
movie
were all
inspired?
definitely part of it. No, no.
Because the movie came out at
Yeah,
the same
but-
time. Yeah.
The crazy thing about that too, the movie came out the day of me and Khan's show at Public Assembly, and that was the original release date that we were gonna put out the Fuse album.
That's fun.
And it was the same day that Sucker Punch came out. The movie had nothing to do with the album.
I was like, is
or
this really?
it had nothing to do with us pushing it back either. But
It's like, did
It was
he
just-
really like the
Happened
girl?
that
it was
way.
just
in the movie?
coincidence.
But I wanted to talk about actually a couple things. How long have you been doing this? Because I was looking at videos that you were doing, and it's like older videos. I know you're a collaborator with Khan. You guys go way back. Shout out to
Yep,
Khan.
yep.
Happy birthday,
Yes,
Khan.
Happy birthday,
Khan's
Khan.
birthday.
But talk to us more about the history of Silent Night. Like, how did you get up to this point, being that you were a shy dude?
Shy dude. I always liked writing. I always would enjoy writing. That's part of, like I said, where the name came from too. There was 2 years at least that I would write rhymes every day, go back home in my notebook, write rhymes, and I would never let anybody hear them. I was just
Silent.
So you
Yeah.
just let them read it, like, look, read.
no. I wouldn't let nobody. Hell no, I wouldn't let nobody read them or hear them. Nothing. Just nobody even knew. I
Do
was
you have a little
back
brother?
there. No, I don't.
Wait, how?
Why?
Oh, little sister?
Maybe.
They've read your rhymes.
No.
Yeah. No. Wait. So
I didn't have.
how
anybody
old were
in the
you when
house.
this all started?
When I was young, I mean, this long story, but when I was 10 years old, I wrote my first song, I would say. The song was like 8 bars long, but
Do you
in
remember
my
it?
head it was a song. Maybe.
Let's hear it.
Wow.
If you don't remember, it's okay.
It's okay.
I kind of do remember it.
Okay.
So
Let's hear.
If you don't
being
want
an
to say, you don't
honest
have
guy,
Come on, chill
I feel
out.
like I have to say that I
Honesty.
do remember it. And it was called RBBP, and it stood for rapper and basketball player.
Oh.
But I suck at basketball, by the way. And I'll spit you a little bit of the first verse.
Okay.
Right here. Ready? I don't know if this is a very good thing for people to be watching. Like, oh, let me see if Silent Night's good. And they hear my first song ever.
You were 10, weren't you?
10 years.
Yeah.
Let's hear
Cautious.
it.
It was
Warning.
like,
10 years old.
like Shaq, I could rap and play b-ball. But even though I don't stand 7 feet tall, I could still rock the rim. But not as much as him. Maybe I could get there if I worked out in the gym. All right, that's all I'm going to give you, though.
That's
Cute.
good.
Yeah, I like it.
Thank you.
Nice.
But yeah, what you said?
No. Basically, from 10, wait, you said 10?
10,
10
yeah.
years old. So you've been, I don't know how old
So-
you are, but 18 years now.
Yeah, a while.
Oh, nice.
Oh wow! So from when I was 10, my little cousins would hear it and stuff. I would spit that little thing for people. But then when I got older, I guess I started getting more self-conscious and stuff. So from the time I would say like, especially like 14 to 16, 17, that's when I was writing every day and wouldn't let nobody hear them. Like there would be lunchroom ciphers, like I'm talking lunchroom
Yeah,
ciphers
remember
back in the day.
yeah,
And people would be rhyming. I'm like, I would go over there. I'll be listening, or I'll be like tempted to jump in. Like, no. And I would never jump. I never jumped in.
That's so
And when
Yeah.
was your breaking point?
The breaking point was after that for a long time. My boy Monk, who's actually how I met Khan even, and me and Khan and he used to be in a group together. But this was before we were in a group. Obviously, we were talking, just building for hours and hours. Started talking about a bunch of different stuff, life and philosophy and this and that. And all of a sudden, I was just all amped up. I'm like, yo, that reminds me of something that I wrote. He's like, what are you talking about that you wrote? Like, he didn't even know what I was doing. I pulled out my notebook, started spitting him a verse. He's like,
Where did this come from?
yeah, like, what is this? He's like, all right. So I already knew he rhymed. Like, so he spit me something. I'm like, all right. So we went back and forth. And we ended up recording that day on a little, not even karaoke machine. One radio playing the beat, another radio recording and just rhyming.
Old school.
Yeah. So we had our first tape like that. And once I did that, it kind of broke me out of my shell a little bit. And I got amped up to call my brother, who's my older brother, is the one that kind of influenced me to rhyme. So I got amped up, I'm like, all right, cool, Monk's feeling it. Called my brother, spit something from him on the phone, and he was like, yo, he was going crazy. He's like, yo, spit it again. Putting his peoples on the phone. So after that, after I got their okay and like stamp of approval, then I'm like, all right. Then that's when I started jumping in ciphers, going to open mics, and
Oh, you give a good
At 10?
show.
No, not at 10. Sorry. By that point, I was 16, 17.
Wow.
You give a good show. You
Are you
hyped
gonna
up a
be
crowd.
touring are you gonna be touring soon?
Yeah, I'm hoping to. We're about to, we have the new Fuse album, the band called Fuse album, and it's about to be released digitally. And I have my new solo album, which is my first solo album in 2.5 years. So back when I had my last album out, I was touring a little bit. And so I'm hoping to definitely get out there more with this.
Nice. No, I remember watching I was watching you on other shows, and I'm like, I need to get him on my show. But you've broken into the top 10 college radio shows, correct?
Yes.
And
Or the top 10, the charts, the top 10 college charts.
That's what's up.
That's what's
cool.
up. And it was and then you had DJ Premier and other DJs playing Busy's My Best Friend. That was a very big thing. Facebook is like Facebook. So I haven't. The last article I read on you was in Bio. That's a dope picture. You guys have to see the picture.
The Christmas picture?
Yeah.
Holiday inspired, yeah.
Yes. What's have you had any recent article write-ups with other magazines or blogs?
Wow.
Because I remember that's the last one
I can't remember right now.
Memory's bad.
But if you search Google me and you'll maybe find out.
Yes, I've Googled you. I mean,
Yes, yeah.
internet.
You gotta specify that.
Where does Silent Night live? Enter.
In Jersey.
She probably already knows that.
I said in Jersey.
Isn't it true? No.
No comment.
Oh, now
His
my turn
address
to get
is
on you
47.
now.
Go ahead, Faran,
My
get
turn
it.
to get on you
You
now.
wanna get me?
Yeah.
Sounds bad,
Yeah.
right? Speaking of which, the next show I know you're doing is you're opening for Joe Budden. Is that the next show?
Yeah.
July 5th? Well, actually, no.
Pretty
You
much.
have
We got Thursday.
Pump it
Yeah.
up.
this Thursday.
So it's a Dirty Jersey thing?
It's kind of a Jersey thing. There's
Dirty
New York
Jersey.
acts on there too, though.
Okay.
It's a crazy lineup, actually. I think.
So let's talk about your next shows. You have this Thursday. You're gonna have the music video premiere of Love War.
Of Love and War in the City from the band called Fuse. And every Thursday is the lineup.
Where is it?
It's at the Grizzly Pear on McDougal between Bleecker and West 3rd. Right in the Village, right next to West 4 train
Is that
stop.
where we were?
Yeah, we went there. Yeah, you
So
saw
yeah,
them.
every week, open mic and everything, jam session.
Open mic. Yeah, the ciphers are really dope. Like,
Yes.
people really get in. What could have been into, remember that there's a kid that really, like, white boy kid, jumped into the cipher, and I don't even know what he said. I could not remember what that boy said, but it was the funniest thing. People get
I don't know.
ballsy.
Yeah, there's been so many people through there. I can't even remember.
There's some good ciphers there. And then
It was a good show when I went.
yeah. Yes, it's always a good show. But then after that is where's going to be the show with Joe Budden?
That's at Public Assembly in Williamsburg.
And
When is
for
that?
those that don't know where Public Assembly is,
It's Brooklyn.
Yes, Williamsburg, Brooklyn.
yes. No.
North 6, right off the L train if you're taking the train, Bedford.
How do people
Past
buy
C.
tickets? Oh, there you go. Buy tickets. I know
Past C
they're talking about advance
I
tickets. I don't even know
I'm
where
hearing
it is.
multiple questions. I forgot the last question you just asked, too.
Oh, when?
It's this Friday.
This Friday.
This Friday, the 15th. Yeah, and people buy tickets on TicketWeb or Public Assembly's website.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because you have
Or
to
at
get
the door.
tickets. No.
But I don't know.
I'm
Be
scared. I
careful
heard it's
trying to buy
gonna
them
be
at the
like
door.
crazy packed. I gotta be there like
just imagine.
super early. I was like,
Yeah.
yo, it's gonna
And
be bad.
don't wear heels.
No, don't wear heels. It's not that type of scene. Oh, but you were
You
so
could,
pretty,
you could.
Miss P.
Thank you.
We were there. We were there for your.
Heels are allowed, but you don't have to wear
No,
them.
it was just the type of floor. I was like, oh my God, why didn't anyone warn me?
Now, for your new album release, we were there. May 25th was it? No, March 25th? I'm confused.
Public Assembly
Yeah,
or the
yeah.
Fuse album release
No,
in May?
the one in
yeah.
May, the one in March.
25th, something like
I'm
that.
getting messed up with the dates, but it was it was packed. And I remember because Miss P and I were like all the way in the front, and I don't know how I managed to get all the way in the back.
You walked back there.
No, I didn't. I was pushed back.
You floated.
No one pushed you.
She was
pushed you all
mosh
the way
pit.
back?
They didn't push her.
People
It was
were
a
like,
mosh
She's
crowd.
all over the place with her drink, like.
Were you in a mosh pit? Is that what you were doing?
Probably.
Running like Harry?
She started it. She started
Oh,
it.
she don't know. She
no,
got to the
because
back.
and I get pissed too, but I try to be civilized. I usually at
How
their
you with a
events
drink in your hand?
because, yeah, you're paying attention too much to me. Why are you following me?
Because you're sexy.
He always follows me at an event. I'm like,
You're
yo, leave-
sexy.
I'm weirdo.
Yeah, I tried to get a ride home, but you won't give it to me. So
Like, it sounds so bad.
you want me to come over to Timbuktu and won't give me a ride home?
Jesus. No,
I live
actually,
in the Bronx. Goddamn.
yes, and so
I
does
don't live in
Sarah.
Bronx.
That's a trick.
So what? We ain't
You guys
talking
should go
about him.
together.
We ain't, excuse me.
Like, you know,
No, that doesn't
Right
sound
together.
right. That don't sound right.
whatever.
We should go together. No.
But I wanted to play one of Silent Night's videos. Let's get into his music.
Siraj is not in
got it?
there.
Where is Siraj? And why is the door closed, making it hotter in here?
He's not even in the room.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah,
You
he
want me to
never
go do it? I don't know how to do it, but you want me to go do it?
No.
I think listen-
Actually,
Whoa.
so,
No, close the door.
Oh,
Close the
dude,
door.
the mascot is about
Oh
to
my
attack
God.
the living.
Don't.
Will you please play the man's video?
Siraj, where
I
were
almost lost my
you?
mind just now. Did you just see me?
Yeah.
Do not let that cat in here. I will hurt you.
You need to have
if let
another
the cat
camera.
near my dog.
Yes.
In the behind the
Please
scenes.
don't.
Leave the door open.
He don't care.
She's
He
gay.
don't
She's
care.
like, what the happened?
He doesn't
do
care
it.
about that dog.
Listen.
Or that
Door
cat.
open.
Or that door.
Listen.
You don't even care about the video
Or
right
the
now.
show.
You don't care.
I have a dog. I understand.
Oh my God.
This dude here, yo.
I can't hear you.
Play.
I
the
think I
video.
just jumped out of my skin when
Just
I saw that
play,
cat.
play sucker punch. Wait, which one? No, wait.
Just
okay,
play
I'll make you
anything.
feel
Just
better.
play something.
No. Play
sorry, guys.
Which one was it?
Oh
That
God!
was
Look,
the
come out here and give a
funniest
long speech. There we go.
No.
Look, hold up, everybody, be quiet.
Pop, we're gonna listen to Pop Culture. What was it? Pop Culture Shock.
Any song.
That
yo.
one, Pop Culture Shock, where he's dressed up as 3 different men.
What? Well, next time, please close the door faster. That
How
cat is
about not even go
slow
outside.
outside? How about staying here
The
while you're on
cat
the air?
has diseases. Probably. I
Pickabee
don't
is our
want it in my
mascot.
dog.
It's the
Just
UMTV
play the-
mascot. We must
Let them go
protect
play
the
video,
mascot.
please.
Okay, so
Here's
what
our
video
lucky
was
time.
Siraj playing?
He's going to
Anything.
play.
Who was that mascot?
Pop
Yeah,
culture shop.
anything
Just
sounds
play
good.
anything. And the man is hot. He don't make nothing whack.
Yeah, and I ain't trying to make it pop now. I'm just trying to make it pop. Yeah,
I'm just trying to make it hot. Get on my level again. Get on my level again. Yeah. I ain't trying to make it pop. Nah. I'm just trying to make it pop. Yes. I'm just trying to make it hot. Get on my level again. Get on my level again. I could care less what you say is hot right now. I ain't impressed with the way they jock bite styles. Switching up who they are when the spotlight's round. Can't even mess with the latest pop type sounds. I will not lie down. A stand up guy. Beat knocks, mics loud. Your hands up high. The only thing down on my feet and my fan. Down to earth, down to work to see me complete the plan. They shouldn't even mention us in the same sentence, cause I don't pay attention to trends. I'm busy setting them. Too busy setting my ways to even notice. So I know it's genuine praise when people show me love. You know what's up, you just got told. The fruit good as swag if it don't got sold. It ain't worth a damn if it don't got substance. You don't work your plan and you don't have nothing. Yeah, I ain't trying to make it pop now. I'm just trying to make it pop. Yeah, I'm just trying to make it hot. Get on my level again. Get on my level again. Yeah, I ain't trying to make it pop. Nah. I'm just trying to make it pop, yes. I'm just trying to make it hot. Get on my level again. Get on my level again. Seen too many leaving before it's even the time. So I believe there's a reason why they keep me alive. Long as I'm breathing, I'm reaching for what needs to be mine. Long as I'm learning, I'm teaching. Long as I'm seeking, I'll find. Long as I'm speaking my mind, I might as well talk about the people who lie to try and sell. Like they keep an iron tuck, selling the clientele. I could give a flying fuck. You could catch a flying elbow drop. You never sold rocks, so simmer down. Might need Botox, stop wrinkling your brow. Your shit gon' flop, you should give it up now. Just wait for me to blow and then hope it trickle down. I've been doing my thing, the top spot's mine. You ain't on your grind, fam, you just online. From studio gangsters to chat room goons. Thought you had it in the bag, might've yapped too soon. Yeah, now I ain't trying to make it pop now. I'm just trying to make it pop, yeah. I'm just trying to make it hot. Get on my level again. Get on my level again. Yeah, I ain't trying to make it pop, nah. I'm just trying to make it pop, yes. I'm just trying to make it hot. Get on my level again. Get on my level again. Is hip hop dead or alive? What a question. The only thing dead is that fucking expression. Too many songs cliched out. One thing works, we all go the same route. Mass media feeding us processed food with a trusting smile like my child. God bless you. Now it's a media master. We worship it, praising false American idols during our services. Either that or it's one big reality show. I ain't complaining though, now I kinda have my own. And I got my fans like, damn, Night Pain finally got some street cred. He's sending mad kites. The purse on his mind, I don't gotta be a hard ass. I'll get fucked to be famous like Kim Kardashian. Is pop culture shock better or worse? Cause you know it's hot, nobody had to tell you first. Yeah, I ain't trying to make it pop now. I'm just trying to make it pop, yeah. I'm just trying to make it hot. Get on my level again. Get on my level again. Yeah, I ain't trying to make it pop, nah. I'm just trying to make it pop, yes. I'm just trying to make it hot. Get on my level again. Get on my level again.
Dog.
We're back.
The
Listen.
things we talk about when we go on break.
Well,
Listen, I just
that was
show
a
up to
really
get
dope
picked on.
video. I mean,
It's a dope video.
You made fun of like a lot of people in that video.
Yeah, you got to. Yeah.
You gotta like how I sound, right?
Yeah, I like how you sound.
You sound alright.
Yeah.
Skin
no?
so smooth. So smooth.
You like that? No? When he goes like that?
I'm talking about her. She has such smooth skin. Look at her arms. Wow.
I'm just looking at it. I don't know. I think he's patronizing you when he says that.
No, he's not.
He's
I'm
looking at you.
about to
He's
do a
looking
drop
at you.
like
I don't-
the
you know what's
urban
funny?
view.
It's funny. He doesn't feel comfortable doing that with a guy in this room.
What are you talking? I'm talking to you.
Oh, I don't know. I wasn't paying attention.
Forget it.
Sorry.
You just hurt my feelings. How you gonna not pay attention when I'm trying to
I do those things.
urban media TV?
Nice. Sound like that old guy that does the
Old
it called?
guy.
The old,
You got to, you know what I'm saying? It got to be some type of.
the old homeless guy who they found.
He's on drugs too, right?
Well, no, he's clean.
No,
He
he's
was
getting
clean.
help.
Compliment.
He was clean.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think it was supposed to be. It is supposed to be a compliment. It's like,
But-
nice. You
but-
sound like that old homeless guy.
yeah, I don't know.
He's got a
like,
good voice.
Thank you. I tell you to kiss my. Oh, anyway.
Anyways, no, that
Never.
video was pretty funny because you pretty much made fun with a lot of the artists that are like. So, do you feel that a lot of hip hop artists are being more
She's
popish?
gangster.
Is that what it is? Because I felt like that was a play.
No,
that video
no.
was a play on that.
I mean, it was kind of a play on that too. Yeah, this dog right here is
Gangsta.
gangster too. This is crazy. I wish we had another camera to see this dog right now.
She was like
Our
this.
audience.
She's like, what?
Yeah, look.
What's that she got? He has a Jesus chain on.
Show him the chinky
man.
eyes,
He
peekaboo.
got
Show
a
him the
Jesus
chink-
chain on.
Yo,
Show him the
somebody
chinky eye.
bring that dog
It's a
on the
bling
camera
bling.
for a minute.
He got the
At some
Jesus
point.
chain.
It sees-
He's like Kanye over here.
You're not gonna want to leave. Put it in front of the camera. Not
Run, he's
gonna
gonna
leave.
run.
Just put,
Okay, that's it. You can go sit down somewhere. No, I'm not sitting down nowhere.
No, but to the video,
So
the
you
Jesus
gonna do
chain.
it,
Wait,
too,
wait,
like,
Here
wow.
goes. Too big.
Okay.
Look at the chain. Look
The
at
dog
Really,
is
Miss P wants her close up. Show him the spandex.
Oh, you leave her spandex alone.
Show him the spandex. Like, she looking
Yes.
good today.
Yep.
Miss P's
All right,
looking really good
let's get
today.
back to Silent
All right.
Man in the video.
I just had to do that because he was staring right at me like.
I know.
Say, what up, son?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see the spandex.
She went
Chain.
like this.
Back to the video,
Yeah,
though.
all right, so the video.
Scarlet Fever
I
in the
feel that
building.
you're playing.
What up,
look,
Scarlet Fever?
There's been like big movements of where they have like say no to hip hop. Like,
Yeah,
it's-
yeah.
you know, and I felt like you were playing a lot of like artists that are pretty popish per the standards of what people say pop is.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. So the song's called "Pop Culture Shock." It was definitely a play off of that, and it was with the three characters. I guess you could say it was supposed to be kind of like three types of artists, but more so because I don't even like boxing artists in like that. But it's like three stereotypes of artists. Was almost like
heavily
was
stereotyped.
the or caricatures of artists when you look at it. So it's like you got the pop artists, like you said, the Kanye shades, the little turquoise shirt, whatever the hell. You can't even see the pants are like
Yeah.
tight purple jeans. Yeah, and
Undateable.
that's like undateable. That's like
Purple skinny
I don't
jeans
know
are
why.
undateable.
Why? What is it
I returned them the
for?
next day. I bought them just for the
You
video.
know what I'm
shoot.
saying? Like, come on.
Fashion.
I know you like
No,
them
but yeah,
dudes.
so that was like the pop,
Cut it out.
almost like hipster even thing, and just
Gym
stuff
class
like that.
heroes.
And then the second one was like the dog. I forget the dog's name. But
Gangster, man.
Yeah, I had the Jesus piece or the chains and the no, but it was like the gangster thug, like that kind of street vibe. And then the third one was supposed to be more like a conscious or backpacker, like underground rapper type of thing.
Dope. Dope.
No, I liked it. It was cute. I saw Khan in it.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Khan
you
had
and
a
this
cameo.
Khan thing. Well, I mean, Khan.
Khan
my
had a
boo.
cameo on Inks.
Are you mad that I have love for Khan? Is that what it is?
No, I'm not.
Just leave him alone.
No, I'm not.
Happy birthday.
I love the
Every
homie
time Khan
Khan.
is mentioned, we have to have
I
happy
got a
birthday.
new nickname for Khan. I call him the homie Khan.
Homie Khan.
The homie
He's
Khan.
the
Khan
homie
Boogie.
Khan. The homie has made it into a noun. The homie Khan.
So, earlier today we were talking about the issues with our teens. We all were teenagers not too long ago, but I don't know if
I'm still a teenager.
yes,
Yes,
Miss
you
is still
are.
18.
Somebody complimented your spandex in the chat room too.
You did? Who? What's the name?
What's the name? Get the information.
It was
Give it to
Mantis, the Chosen.
Oh, hey, Mantis.
He
How
said
you
got
doing,
one.
Boski?
Yeah.
Ow.
Yeah.
What up, Mantis?
Yeah, he hosted the show that one time.
Yeah.
Mantis, I still got you on the beats. I haven't forgotten.
He's talking about the spandex right now.
Let's talk about something that's important, though.
Yeah, like
But thank you, Mantis.
like the homie right here.
Yes.
That's the
Well,
homie
we're talking
Silent
about-
Night.
That-
The homie SK.
I know SK does a lot of events in Jersey within the community.
Oh,
and
I'm sorry.
What?
I'm sorry. Your next album, Silent Night Live.
Oh my God, no,
Yes.
no.
Live album.
Yes.
Live album.
Yeah.
Live album.
A live album?
Yeah, something like that. Like just
I see
Silent
where you're
Night.
going. I
Yeah,
see where you're going
something.
with
Something.
Nice.
Come on.
Like, whoa, I just kinda-
That's a good idea. I think
It's a good idea, but
idea.
the name is.
I think Silent Night Live is good, or maybe it could be the name of one of your shows or something.
Yeah,
that.
like something like that. But
We'll
you
have a
know,
meeting.
like
We'll have a
something-
round
Yeah, like it's a good idea, but the name
Damn,
itself.
Ferran, you are just a hater. Like
Well, I
I
got
just,
to be a hater. I
you
just
know what?
complimented
Let's
just the
talk about
spandex.
this. Silent Night, I'm sorry.
I just complimented your spandex.
Why
What
are
you
you
talking
such a
about?
hater?
I do want to talk about the show Silent Night does in Jersey involving the community. I know you've also performed
Good
at church,
segue. Good segue.
churches, right? Like I mean,
Yeah,
I've seen the. Obviously, it's a little too far for me, and I get out of work late. But let me ask you a question.
Got
What do you-
daytime events too. Weekends, night. What was
Well,
that?
I do go to. I go to a Bayport. It's not.
She goes to most of your events.
Yeah, right.
That being
No,
said,
she
no.
supports.
Shamrock in the building.
Hey,
What up,
hi.
what
I wanted to talk about what do you feel right now the issue is with our teens? Because there's always been issues. I've always said it's a product of our environment, lack of education, and just bad parenting. But what?
Damn, listen.
I mean, shit. It is what it is. That's the truth. But what
Now
do you
you're gonna
feel?
say it is
Yeah,
what it
'cause
is.
I'm gonna
now
play
you're
it out.
actually gonna use that.
That is
I
the
hate
truth.
that word.
Bad parenting is gonna result to very bad things for your children. So
Were they talking about having people get a license to parent? Like, or
Oh,
did I
no
just
way.
hear that? Is
I
it a
think
rumor?
I heard something like that. No, a license to have babies. I think, but that was based on sterilization. Like they were gonna like
Now you're talking about like
Yeah.
population control.
Yeah,
population
exactly.
control. To basically,
That's what's gonna happen.
They're not gonna let you have babies unless you're fit to have babies.
And who's going to determine who's fit?
Exactly.
Exactly. Who
That's
will
population
decide? That's
control.
like
What do you mean
Exactly.
fit?
It won't be
like
you and me.
physically fit?
Like,
Just
like
I think
perfectly fit.
monetarily.
Wow.
It won't happen.
Monetarily.
We won't decide.
Yeah, I mean, like in
Because
what
I
is it? In
want-
China, certain spots, you're
Oh,
only
yeah.
allowed
Yeah,
to have.
one.
One.
You're only allowed to have one or two children per household.
Yeah.
So same thing like
You wanna
they were
talk to
saying,
my
if you don't make a certain amount of money or blah blah, which that's a
It's crazy.
Now we won't be speaking about like educational videos. You do have a video with the band called Tomorrow,
Yeah.
which unfortunately we won't be able to play, but you can YouTube that video. The band called Fuse. That video is really dope. Like that has a lot of messages and images that portray messages about different issues in the government that are very embedded. And one of those things that people don't realize that we have an issue with is population control. The government really doesn't want any more welfare babies. So whatever they can do
So
to
that's why they're cutting funding.
what to for
welfare,
Yeah,
food
they're getting very
stamps.
tough. They're getting very tough on those things because, but they it's complicated. But that's a separate topic on its own. I just wanted to see what Silent Night, since you do have a lot of events with the community and you have a lot of youths involved. What do you feel are the biggest issues that the youth are facing?
I mean, that's definitely a heavy question. I feel like they're facing a whole lot, and like you said, the same reasons or issues that you said. I agree with.
Check.
Definitely, I feel like that's been for years. It's a cycle. It's always a cycle like that. You know, the poorest neighborhoods, the worst school systems, the parents, whether they're young parents or they had went to a school system that was messed up, and now they have their kids and they're working two jobs, or they're just having kids and they're not ready for kids, or they're not prepared and they're running around and they're not teaching their kids that much right, and the school system not teaching them, and it's
just
cycle.
never ending. Yeah,
and I mean, there's a million issues. I don't even know. I definitely try to, like you said, I always try to do a lot of all ages shows and shows in the community. I have an organization called Hub City Revival, and what we do mostly is do art and music events for all ages. So we've been coming on our third year.
Oh, nice.
And one of the main things with that was just because I felt like it's all ages for one. So it's not like a little, puppet show. Like it's not like a just a straight kids event. But to me, it's about a community vibe, is having those kids interact with other kids, but also with teenagers interacting with adults and everybody all together. Not like this is a teenage event, this is an adult event, this is a kids event. And one of the main things was, like, it started in New Brunswick, New Jersey, and most of the bars around there are 20. Most of the spots where they have music are bars that you got to be 21 even to enter the building. So besides the kids, you got people who are like 17, 18, 19, 20 who don't have much to do. Like there's like the little kid. There's nothing for them to do, and especially to see quality music and have quality entertainment, they can't get in. So that was one of the things. Instead of having kids out on the corner, out in the streets, or looking for something to do, they could, come to these shows. It's one thing. It's a small part, but, to come through and, like I said, to interact with positive influences, to interact with people who are older than them, who are role models maybe, or could be role models, to interact with other people their age. And
That's
yeah,
an awesome idea. I've said that before as well, that in New York we don't have anything like that. Like your market, the youth is, we can grasp most of our taste in music at an early age. But how will they have grasped music like by you, by the band called Fuse, by any of the artists that you've worked with, if it's not accessible? How will they hear it?
Yeah.
You know, they
one of the things now, you know, with the internet too, is a great tool, honestly, too. But if you're able to promote and spread shows like this and certain websites and blogs and radio shows and online shows, that's a help right there, I think. And yeah, I just think it's like you said, it's about trying to reach those kids, reach those
that
people, and
demographic,
let them hear it. Yeah.
That's good. That's an awesome event. How often do you have those events?
Right now, it's every few months. It's not really a set thing right now.
Is there a website that people can go to?
There's not actually, where it's hubcityrevival.com is a website, but it's down right now. It's in the works, and we're in the process of getting nonprofit status right now and stuff like that.
Nice,
so we're gonna do like a big relaunch and everything. But yeah, right now there's information out there, but it's just scattered around, online.
Silent Night, I want to spice it up a little bit. Do you mind?
No, I don't
He
know.
looks at me because he knows I get jealous.
Wow.
Jealous about what?
I have a couple of questions for you. First, I want to ask you Miss P's question of the day.
Oh, Lord.
And that is, Nicki Minaj's cousin was shot and killed on July 4th. Now, do you think that, do you think the cousin was her sacrificing to the Illuminati?
I didn't even know that happened, first of all.
Okay.
So my condolences
Yeah.
to them and their family, first of all.
Yeah.
And no, is
Okay.
the answer to part 2 of that
Next
question.
question. What's your favorite color?
My favorite color is, I'm horrible at this because I never have one favorite anything, but green or gray are the first 2 that come to mind.
Why?
I don't know. Green is just like life, and
Represents
that was what
money.
represents to me, and
Represents
money.
money.
See, it could be a lot of things. It
There
could be a
you
lot of
go.
things with green. And I'm always a fan of like earth tone colors as far
Okay.
as clothes, and gray. I don't know why.
What about
They
your
make
favorite
purple.
food?
Yeah.
That's
Purple?
probably with purple. Man,
She's trying to
said
see
green
what
and gray makes purple.
She's trying to see what she's
Green, red,
going
makes
to
purple.
wear
Purple,
and
the
take you out
royalty.
to
The
eat when
royalty
she
of
goes on
color.
a
These are
date.
just
was it?
general
Was it?
questions. His fans want to know these things. Fans love like little questions like this. Your favorite food?
Favorite food?
Yes.
All right. See, again, I have to think about this. It seems like a simple question, but
Uh-huh.
I would say my favorite food, honestly, I eat all types of food, and this is not really narrowing it down that much, but my favorite food is home-cooked vegan food that tastes good.
Okay.
Vegan as in no meat.
Vegan has no meat or animal products.
Now, who is your favorite underground artist aside from yourself?
Oi.
One.
Oi.
Dun, dun,
Name
dun.
one.
Oi, oi, oi.
Who the
Top
heck
5.
is
How
Uwe?
about top 5?
Ooey? Yeah, Ooey is dope.
Somebody named Uwe?
Top 5.
All right, top 5. Top 5
Somebody
underground,
named
huh?
Ooey.
Oi.
Oh, my God. Damn, I gotta...
I'm on a spot.
I know, right?
Just name one. This doesn't have to be like your
Top
ultimate,
underground
but
people
Top
that I'm
5.
Yeah.
feeling?
Con.
I would say, yeah, of course. That's
There you go.
one of them that I would say right now is definitely Khan. And so happy birthday! I forgot every time.
There
Khan
you
comes,
go.
I say happy birthday,
Shameless
Khan.
plug.
Birthday.
And he got his first 2 projects, Above the Clouds and Like It or Love It, are
I
crazy.
love the Like It or Love It.
Yes,
Mo and I
yes,
be
yes.
bumping that in the car. I even text
You mean
Con
Mo?
one day and I was
Mo
like,
style.
Con, I love this album. Marry me.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey.
I'm
Slow
sorry.
it down there, buddy.
No bumped in his car.
No, yes, shout out to Khan. Khan goes without saying to me. I'm a little biased, but I mean that's my peoples for years, like we just said, and one of my top favorite MCs and producers, honestly. But so there's Khan. There is Rashid Chappelle. Rashid Chappelle's one of my favorites, and his album is coming out this Tuesday, by the way.
That's right.
And the album release party is at Public Assembly
yeah,
too
yeah,
on
yeah.
Okay,
Tuesday.
that's what's up.
Shout out to him and Kenny
There's a
Dope.
lot of events this week.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
the whole
there is.
summer, man.
Jeez.
No
There is.
sleep, yo. No sleep.
So,
Okay,
yeah, Rashid Chappelle, and I still gotta say Homeboy Sandman is definitely one of my favorites. YC the Cynic. So,
Oh,
you know,
I
I'ma keep
see. I gotta get
spouting them
YC,
off.
man. I
I
gotta
did
get
I
YC in
did
the
a
show.
session with Homeboy Sandman
Word.
like
Yeah.
last summer. He did a song with Creature.
Oh, okay, yeah. Shout out to Creature too.
Next question: Who are your favorite mainstream artists? Do you have any?
Yeah, I do.
Don't have to be rap either.
It don't have to be rap.
Just mainstream
is
artists.
Not, rap is just one part of mainstream. You can say Lady Gaga if you want.
Top five.
You can say
Okay,
Lady
so
Gaga.
we'll come
Something-
we'll come back to that one.
Yeah.
What is your
I haven't
favorite?
listened. Paul Simon. Who said that? Who said that, man?
Sam Rock.
What is your favorite curse
Paul
word?
Simon.
Oh my God.
Favorite curse word is
Yeah.
fuck.
Okay.
Am I allowed to say fuck?
Yes,
Yeah.
you can.
We're not FCC
Now,
regulated.
where do you
Well, we try to
feel?
be mature.
Where,
Okay,
where do you
fine.
feel the most comfortable?
The F word. What? I mean, wait. That
There
wasn't
you
the
go, the F
comfortable
word.
one.
I
That
like
was
that.
the.
So
That was
your,
the curse word.
your favorite curse word is fuck. Where do you feel the most comfortable?
Where do I feel the most comfortable?
Yes,
On stage.
on stage. Okay,
Or-
good answer.
In a locked room with guns around. No, I'm just kidding.
But like,
Not really. Forget that last part. But on
No
stage.
windows.
Let's stick with on
Okay.
stage.
And last question: your craziest groupie story.
Ooh, nice. I like that one. Ah,
Groupie story? Wait, no.
You don't have to say it either.
Would you stop being a hater?
I'm just letting you know.
Jesus
you
Christ.
Don't let these
That's
women
no.
listen.
No,
we're
excuse
men
me.
here. We're men
Quran.
here. Okay.
Quran.
You don't have to say it if you
Silent
don't want
night.
to.
Let me explain something
Straight
to
up
you.
and down.
Any question that I ask you, you can answer or you can choose not to answer.
That's all I'm saying.
I don't need a
That's all
disclaimer,
I'm saying.
though.
I'm giving him.
I don't need a disclaimer.
It's not for you. It's for him.
I don't need.
He does.
He doesn't need help. He's a grown ass
How do you
man
know?
who
You his
says
wife?
the word fuck.
Are you his woman?
Okay.
Are you his woman?
No,
So
Lisette
how do
is.
you know what help he needs?
Cause I know.
How do you know?
Cause I know.
Do you sleep with him?
Just stop being a hater.
I'm not being a hater.
You don't have to do it.
I'm gonna.
You don't have to do it.
You do not
Right.
have to answer the question if you are uncomfortable.
But give him a chance to say no if he wants to say no.
we
Please keep
still
your
got-
tongue in your
Well, then
mouth.
shut
This
the
is
hell up.
entertaining. I like
I'm trying to keep my lunch
I'm gonna
down.
watch this
Shut the hell up.
later tonight.
we still got videos
Jeez.
and music to
Okay,
play.
wait. Craziest groupie story.
I can't.
Imagine said fight.
He
I'm
doesn't wanna
gonna
kiss
skip that one. I'm
himself.
gonna skip that one.
Was it that freaky?
Shoot.
I didn't say nothing about freaky. I said I'm gonna skip
That's
that
what
one.
I'm saying. They're trying to get you to answer the question the way they want you to answer.
No, I'm
And
not.
I'm not talking about you.
So who's they?
Wait, let me ask you a question.
Who's they?
This is the
YouTube?
next question.
Google?
How many-
Can you keep
how
your
many-
tongue in your mouth?
How many? Wait.
Jesus. It's
How
gonna
many?
make me nauseous.
I just
Shut
threw
up.
up in my mouth.
Well, then shut up.
Threw up
Wait,
in my mouth.
real question though. Real question.
Sorry.
I never really asked this question, but
not
I'm
a good
gonna
feeling.
ask
Ask
love
me
it.
like
I love
30
it.
questions over what's your favorite color? What's your favorite curse word?
Plain
People
off
want to
that.
know.
We got about 10 minutes.
Plain off that question though.
Which one?
I mean, do you have a lot of girls like
Groupie question.
like harassing you, like groupies?
He does it for the
besides the
girls.
set, do you
Yeah.
have any other
Why,
girls?
why don't you reenact it right now? What are you talking about, Lizette? Show us.
No, it's
You know
so
you want to do it. Go ahead.
Lynette, show us what a group is.
do it for the girls. She did it. I'm going to get on her every week from now on. Look at her.
can't even-
Look at her touching our guests. She's touching our guests. Look at her.
I touch SK all the time.
But you know what, Ferran?
I'm sorry.
That's
SK.
better
I know you
than
said not to say none.
what Lisette is doing is better than what you were doing.
Says who?
Says me.
Who are you?
You were doing this when Mary was here.
He was like this.
I didn't touch her.
Lisette was making a
I
point.
didn't touch that woman.
Lisette was making a point, and he was like, yeah.
I
But what do
did
you
not
think?
touch that woman.
But what do you think?
I didn't touch her.
Guess what we're gonna play? We're gonna play one of SK's songs.
Is the word touch in the song by any chance?
Right, Siraj, we're gonna play one of SK's songs.
Because that's what she was doing to you right now. I'm going to clown her forever. I'm getting you next week.
Happy birthday, Con.
Yes.
Happy birthday,
Shout out to
Con.
Mantis.
Your boy's getting all the love right now.
My boo. Mantis, you my boo.
Yes. Yes,
we're gonna
see
be- we're
it.
gonna
She
play-
touched them.
We're gonna be playing one of the songs that hit the top 10 charts. Was "Busy's My Best Friend." DJ
Yeah.
Premier played it. What other DJs are we talking about? And all the college radio stations have played it.
Eclipse on the halftime show, DJ Premier, and all college stations around the country got it to top 10. Thank y'all for that once
Very
again.
nice.
Awesome. It's a good song. Like the lyrics of I like how you play with words in your.
It's
music.
playing.
Thank you.
Yeah, feels good.
I feel it.
And this is the lead off single. I don't know if they can still hear
Lead
it.
off single. There you go. Let's
Video
get
coming
it.
soon.
Ooh.
I don't even wanna.
That's
how it has to be.
We got surprise.
Keep saying
I
it.
love Fies.
That's what it is right now. Okay.
Busy is my best friend. Some people asking me exactly what that meant. I tell them busy is my best friend. That's it. I didn't plan it though, it's just the way it went. I'm saying busy is my best friend. Some people asking me exactly what that meant. I'm saying busy is my best friend. That's all. I didn't plan it though, it's just the way it went. Spend my nights bent and my days on edge, anxious. Can't remember my last night in the bed, couch hopping. Never said I was without options. It's just that I'm locked in a perpetual round robin. More than my own home, I'm at the compound. More often than my mom's house, I'm at Khan's house. En route more than on location. Loco days spent in so many stations. Radio, bus, train, straining to sustain. Save money, save face to save me from much pain. Trying to gain wealth was something I enjoy doing. Pace myself but really keep the ball moving. We building, so grind mode is reality. A state of mind, an elementality. You say you want it, okay, well how badly? I'ma be honest, it's not a phase or a fad to me. Busy is my best friend. Some people asking me exactly what that meant. I tell them busy is my best friend. That's it. I didn't plan it though, it's just the way it went. I'm saying busy is my best friend. Some people asking me exactly what that meant. I'm saying busy is my best friend. That's all. I didn't plan it though, it's just the way it went. Yeah. Busy is as busy does. That's why my schedule was plentiful and filling up. That's why my sessions are incredible and ill as fuck. That's why my family and friends don't see me as much. Peace, peace, what's up? How you been? Staying busy, you know. Trying to stay sane, trying to make a living, you know. I'm away to the lab just on my grizzly. After that it's off to the grizzly to get busy. Face buried in the screen to keep my mind off of thoughts of her in them jeans. It's genuine at least. And my eyes are sore, cause it's 6 a.m. I've been sitting there since the night before. Answer emails, right galore. Searching for the band called Fuse in the iTunes store. Life is short, it's time to pour it all in. Geronimo with my soul rocker kin singing. Busy is my best friend. Some people asking me exactly what that meant. I tell them busy is my best friend. That's it. I didn't plan it though, it's just the way it went. I'm saying busy is my best friend. Some people asking me exactly what that meant. I'm saying busy is my best friend. That's all. I didn't plan it though, it's just the way it went. My people facing hardships, trying to make deposits, working day to day to pay the rent or pay the mortgage. One check away from being on the street. All my peeps who were there 1 check ago. It's deep. When that check took a rain check, you in the rain drenched, waiting for a better to get next to some heat. My peeps that got seeds, trying to raise them right, and at the same time find your own place in life. Working non-stop day and night to accomplish what you constantly would say you might. For my people that return to school, no loans, working too, with no family and no trust fund to turn to. Independent, more strength than some could even fathom. Balancing necessity and passion when they get so bad and it seems no one has a hand to lend. And busy is your best friend. When you're trying to see your vision through to the fullest extent, busy is your best friend. When you hoping whatever you going through would just end, busy is your best friend. When you don't wanna think no more, when you hurting so bad that it's in your core, but it will hurt even more if you stop, even for a second. Busy is your best friend, and busy is my best friend.
Baby.
So
But we are back.
I
Gotta pay
really
the
like
bill.
that song,
That song.
and I really like that you sampled Feist.
Oh, the necklace?
Yes.
That's what's up.
She a gangsta.
I'm a big Feist fan. That's huge.
Busy is my best friend.
That's
la,
hot.
la, la.
That's a commercial.
Off clip on?
All right. Are we back? We're
That's
back.
dope.
Right?
That's dope. They got off
Can't
clip
tell when
ons.
it's a damn
Off
commercial.
clip-on.
I'm sorry,
Somebody
guys.
said they really
It's
like the
commercials.
song.
It's songs. It's dope. It's really, really good.
Monica says she
Yeah,
likes
you
the
know.
song. Hello, Monica. I see you. She likes the song. Monica.
Thank you, Monica.
Do me a favor? Can you ask him if the mic's on?
Heard that, Monica?
Just one of them days.
Yeah, this kid's on his phone right
that
now.
I
He ain't
wanna
thinking
be
about us.
I can't tell.
alone.
He ain't thinking about us.
Shout out to Audible Doctor on the beat.
Shout out.
Alright.
Oh, it was really, really good. Made me want to dance. Oh.
Shout
But
out to
it's true.
Praying
The song
Mantis.
is true.
Shout out to Praying
Praying
Mantis.
Mantis.
My what? Yeah. So who's el guapísimo?
I don't know.
They said I had to keep my hands off of you. Is this some shit?
That's not
I don't
gonna
know.
happen.
Ooh, let's say about to get gangsta.
That's not going to happen.
Are you about to knock somebody's tooth out?
Shout out to Kathy, man.
That's
We're gonna
Guapo.
miss
Shout out
you.
to Guapo.
Oh, guapo. Does he like you like
Kathy,
that?
you will always be a Cancer.
He doesn't want me to
me.
touch you. Oh, no, he's jealous.
If you're
Jealous
jealous,
of you, man.
write it in the chat room. Let's start a chat room.
Who
war.
are you? Guapísimo. ¿Quién tú eres?
It's guapo.
So, Silent Night, you have to give us the rundown of all of your shows, your websites, everything that's going on with you.
Yes. And where you're
Let's
going
get that
from
rundown
here.
again.
What is the future of Silent Night?
Besides Lizette's house.
The future. Yeah, we have Thursday's the lineup. Every Thursday. But this week, we're premiering the Love and War video.
It's awesome
from
song.
Fuse.
Awesome song, yeah.
That's at the Grizzly Pear. You can find us at fuseplanet.com, F-U-S-E Planet, fuseplanet.com. Facebook is Fuse Planet, Twitter is Fuse Planet.
No
you can find me.
No Bandcamp?
No Fuse Bandcamp. No. But you can find me Silent Night Bandcamp, silentnight.bandcamp.com. And
you on Bandcamp?
I'm on Bandcamp.
Okay.
Yeah. And what else? Yeah, same thing. Facebook, Silent
Reverb,
Night, Twitter, all
Nation.
that stuff.
And
Reverb
Silent Night
Nation.
with a K.
Yes, with a K. And Friday's the Joe Budden Show at Public Assembly. Rocking with also me, Khan. Happy birthday. Soul Khan. Rashid Chappelle will be there. And
Soul Khan?
Mo Danger.
Yeah, Soul Khan.
Muhammad
Soul
Dangerfield.
Khan. Soul Khan. That's his cousin. Khan's cousin.
No, man.
Ooh, what the
Soul
Khan?
I don't know about
He said,
that.
nah, man. Like,
Shout out to Brown Bag All Stars.
good Lord. Man.
Brown bagels.
Brown Bag All
Defending that
Stars.
zone.
Brown Bagels too. Why not? Shout out to Brown Bagels.
Raw bagels.
And yeah. So, and the album is coming out soon. The song that you just heard, "Staying Busy," from the album "Busy Is My Best Friend," is coming out soon. The video is coming out
When is it dropping?
in a couple weeks, very soon.
Nice.
That's all. I'm not even saying the exact date, but it's coming out soon. And I have multiple other projects coming out.
That's what's up.
And
Busy is your
yeah.
best friend.
It is. So look out for them.
Beat is so hot.
Wait, what else did I skip before? Oh yeah, mainstream artists.
That's right.
Yeah,
Good
wait,
job.
that was
First
a
of
good
all-
question. That was a good
First of all, I
question.
forgot to say J Electronica for underground mainstream.
Yeah,
But and mainstream, I would say Kanye. I listen to Drake. Who else I've been listening to? I mean, even like some singers. Frank Ocean, I think
there
is
you
dope.
go. Frank Ocean.
Miguel, I think
Yes.
is dope.
Guys,
Easy.
I saw Miguel live.
Wait for it.
Oh wait, well you were just talking about too Feist and
Yes.
NECA's album.
I
too,
love
is crazy.
Yes, he is really good. Yes.
Mainstream?
She's.
It's kind of underground.
Yeah, I don't know what
Let's
it
get
was.
on the show.
I don't even talk about
No, they're
underground
like-
versus mainstream.
Get on the show.
That's a whole nother argument.
Yeah, that's a whole nother.
Bring her on the show. I love it.
She's dope.
Don't hate.
Anyway, so.
Silent Night in the building.
Silent Night. Well,
Happy birthday, Con.
Now,
Is this the Silent Night featuring Khan's show?
Every day.
Yeah.
Where's
birthday.
How much
Silent
time we got? The next song has Khan on it.
Let's do it.
Happy
Let's do
birthday.
it. Let's do
All right, the
it.
next song. Let's play the
Where's
next
Silent
song.
Night? Yeah.
Next song. Let's go. Off the phone.
All for Busy is my best friend too.
Let's get over here.
Next song.
Go on the phone. Let's go. There you go.
That was it.
Pull it up.
There we go.
Let's
There we
go. Exclusive. Silent Night featuring Khan.
Illuminati.
Illumicani.
Vanessa Nadi.
Yeah. I bring forth distinct thoughts when the ink pours. The ring wars, mighty yellow when you swing swords. Stand for what I live for. That's trying to unite, not fight over 50 and Rick Ross. There's bigger fish toss in the frying pan. Why we can't see the picture clear like the eye exam. Look, I don't fight my fam, I fight beside my fam. And I ain't talking about scuffling at some nightclub jam. High command, rebel outlaw. Besides the only martial law that I'm down for. Talk a good game, too bad it's all out raw. Hope we get it counted for when we sound off. Loud roars or weak bites, easily fall like Pal Gasol when the D's tight. What's a clean fight when all's fair? I'm all for peace, but still got the beast in my crosshair. Salute, pick yourself up, stand at attention. Recruit, round up the troops, gather the best now. And march through the city, no doubt. It's more than a concept, it's what it's really about. Pick yourself up, stand at attention. Recruit, round up the troops, gather the best now. And march through the city, no doubt. It's more than a concept, it's what it's really about. There's a war going on outside, so we making sure that you on our side. If you passing the test, demand your respect. Stand at a tent and salute with a hand to your chest. Cause they plan to arrest your family, your friends. Shit is sad, but we can't let it happen again. Don't get caught up, we more than the way we was brought up. Enslaved in the cage, just the weight in the slaughter. I ain't cattle or livestock, so I stop. I'm a soldier, and I ain't got a battle for my props. What I can and I will, make stand out your hill. If you fuck with my fam, then you ask to get killed. That's the code of the militant. We cold and vigilant approach, and we expose you simpletons. This is a fight to the bitter end, so I give my all, cause that's the only way I'm gonna live again. Salute, pick yourself up, stand at attention. Recruit, round up the troops, gather the best now. And march through the city, no doubt. It's more than a concept, it's what it's really about. Pick yourself up, stand at attention. Recruit, round up the troops, gather the best now. And march through the city, no doubt. It's more than a concept, it's what it's really about. Yeah.
Spanish, I forgot.
How you say who in Spanish?
Mermaid in
Mermaid.
Spanish.
Sirena.
Sirena. There you go.
Sorry, we're back.
Yes.
And that was number 2.
That was, yes. Salute. Off the Busy is my best friend featuring Khan. Happy birthday.
Shamrock said this is walking to work music.
Hey, Shamrock.
Walking to work and
Yeah.
like punch somebody at work.
I guess they were able to hear it.
Yeah.
I guess
They heard the music. I was just wondering if the mics were on. If
Oh,
they
no, they
can hear
can't.
that.
As well, can you?
I was trying to.
No,
No,
catch
the
somebody.
song was
Catch
like
it out there.
the song was revolutionary. Actually, makes you want to go,
Punch somebody?
punch somebody.
Knock somebody's tooth out?
Viva la.
Do not kick the puppies.
Viva la revolución!
Yes, actually, do you have a revolutionary state of mind when you do your music, or is it more just about your life?
I mean, I would say it's a combination. It's more. I would say I don't claim to be a.
A che.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no che.
But I mean, I try to stay open-minded. I'm like, try to stay involved, honestly, with whether it's local politics to organizing to, like you said, community building, and yeah. So
That's a
it's
good
definitely
role
it's a combination. Like I said, yeah, a lot of it is just day-to-day stuff, regular stuff that a lot of people can relate to, and some of it I would say is definitely revolutionary.
That's a dope hat you got on, by the way.
Thank you.
Before we close out, because
I
we
got
do
that for
have
him.
to. Oh.
Don't hate